There we go. We got there in the end.
Rearming complete.
Hey, Mordens. Yeah, for now. We'll see. I might swap into something else a bit later. I did a little bit of shuffling some units around in TAC Commander before I went live. So now we're going to try and place some more as well as defend those guys. I'll try and remember what all the controls are for the Huey. Okay. Then we want to bring the stick back and left a bit. Trim that. Get a bit of power on. Okay, I forgot to pull the spring off my pedals, so give me a sec to sort that out, guys, and we'll get airborne. So I don't completely kill my legs. So, just got done about, what, 2 hours ago with round 2 of Fight for Honor. I won it. I was fighting a Saber, which I wasn't expecting. If I'd realised he was going to be in the Saber beforehand, I might have brought out the big 21 or the big 15. Something a little more challenging than the Mirage. But it was a good fight, given the circumstances. I kind of feel bad for knocking him out. I would have liked to see a Saber go through and kill some of the Gen 4s, but it is what it is. Some absolute mad lad in a 109 got through. Killed a Gen 4 and got through. Check out General. I'll check it after the stream. I don't really want to be tabbing in and out of Discord. That can cause some issues with DCS, I've noticed. Not enough trim, apparently. Just going to try and get myself oriented towards the edge of the pad so that it's a little easier to pick up the slung unit. It's been a while since I've done this, so probably going to be a bit messy. There's not a whole lot I can actually take for ground forces, which is interesting. But I can take... Man, you gotta take a lot of shit for a Hawk. Oh well, let's do it. Distance, and then we'll circle back around. God, it's hard to trim this thing into a stable hover. Compared to the Mi 8, which is basically easy mode as far as helicopters go. The Huey is very, very demanding. Nothing but respect for the guys that flew these. Need help? I could use a hand, yes. Need to move some Hawk pieces. Okay. It's not really helpful. Okay, I'm gonna go basically straight south. And your boy forgot to align his compass. Which one is it that sets the compass? That one. Close enough. Hey Maple. Doing a little bit of Huey. Hey Fuzzle. How are you guys today? I'm probably not going to be streaming for super long today. You know, not the usual 7-8 hour streams that I accidentally do. I'm kind of tired. I just thought I'd get on for a bit to unwind after the tournament. So, next weekend, I think 2 PM GMT, so, you know, 1400 Zulu. If you check out Moltar's stream at DCS World Events, you will see me at some point. I'm not sure when exactly my fight will be on, but it will be at some point after then, on Saturday, next Saturday. And then hopefully I'll be on Sunday too, if I get through. Oh, it's Syria? Yeah, it's Syria. And it is worth getting. It's quite a nice map. I'm very impressed with it. Yeah, the terrain is really, really great. There's a bit of everything here. Lush forests, mountains, desert. You name it, Syria has it. Biggest issue I have at the moment is some of these trees are very solid. These trees, as far as I'm aware, are unique to this map. Maybe they use them on Channel 2, I'm not sure. But they have very strict collision boxes, so you don't really survive if you accidentally scrape them. And as well as that, it's very difficult to hit ground targets that are in a forest, because the trees can actually shield them from damage, which, for those of you who were watching last time, you may remember that single Leclerc I was having a shit of a time with. That's why the trees are absorbing all of the damage. Yeah, I decided there is a 345th mission. I think DMZ's running it, but I decided I'll just wait this one out. I didn't want to commit to going along to the mission and then, you know, have either not enough energy or, you know, be waiting until right to the end for my fight. Now, I didn't have to today, thankfully, but just wanted to hedge my bets. And I think this mission might be using some custom mods too, I'm not sure. So, just easier organizationally, if that's a word, I think it is, for me to not worry about armor this week. Server's still pretty quiet. It'll probably take a while to fill up. It was dead when I got in, so. It's only been a couple weeks since I've flown to Huey, and yet it feels so alien all of a sudden. What server? Cold War, 1947 to 1991. This is usually where you'll find me in DCS. Is it 4 AM for me? Yes, it is. Now it'd be great to get something Nordic, like Scandinavian Peninsula or Baltic Sea, parts of Finland and Russia. That would be fantastic, and it would suit the vegan really, really well. I would definitely like to see that. One of my other pet desires is 1970s or 80s Balkans. So you could have a three-way punch-up between NATO, the Yugoslavs, and the Soviets. But I doubt that'll happen. Maybe one day. See, with Alaska, you'd have to have, you know, at least the Aleutians, the Kurils, and eastern Siberia. If it's just Alaska and you don't have any of the Siberian landmass, it's kind of pointless. And, you know, unless it just becomes one of those sort of training maps like Nevada became. I'm getting very close to overspeeding this thing. If the Falklands map spanned all the way to the West Pacific coast, there'd be a nice terrain variance. Yeah. With that said, though, it might be a bit beyond what DCS can handle. Bering Strait map with Eurasia and North America would be interesting too. Yeah, exactly. And like, the scenery would be really, really interesting. And militarily speaking, there's a lot of interesting stuff along, particularly the east coast of Russia. A lot of naval bases, a lot of sort of far-flung industry, some vintage early warning radar stations. It'd be great. Maybe one day. Morocco and the islands that they and Spain fight over. Could be interesting. I was kind of disappointed. I goaded Trip into going to the Canary Islands in FSX, or not FSX, FS 2020. And I was kind of disappointed. Like, they still look nice, but it was autogen instead of photogrammetry. So, I don't know about Bing Maps, but I know that Google Maps has full photogrammetry for Tenerife, at least, and parts of Gran Canaria. And if they got that in full photogrammetry, it would be stunning. It's one of those places that I kind of never really thought about wanting to go there because it's hot and it's full of, like, middle-aged British tourists with attitude problems. But now I've actually seen what it looks like, I really want to go there. It's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, how good is my nav? That was just guesswork. There's the airfield right there. But rather than set this down at the airfield where it's obvious, I'm kind of tempted to set it on the hillside here. And it should have enough range to be useful even then. So I think that might be what we'll do. We're descending a little quickly for my liking. Oh! I knew that was gonna fucking happen. I knew that would fucking happen. Oh, I can't unpack it anyway, can I? Okay, so I took the... That was the search radar I took, wasn't it? I'm gonna forget and end up doubling up on something. Whoa, that's too much back trim. I'm sure there's a reason he's done it, but I hate how high these pads are. It makes it really awkward to grab stuff for slinging. Catch a stream where POM flew over near where I live. MS 2020 has issues rendering it, but it would be fantastic terrain for DCS. Yeah, I did see that. If you ever go to the Norwegian-Russian border and go to the viewpoint of Hill 96 and look over to Russia, see lush green forest on the Norwegian side of Pacific River, and then on the Russian side you'll see Mikkel, and all the vegetation is just dead. Yeah, I wonder why the town is called that. I wonder what might come from the ground there. Tail rotor should be clear. Whoop! Let's get some rudder in to arrest that. Oh, no, let's get out of that. That got sketchy real quick. Like I said, the Mi-8's so much easier because you can just kind of rely on the autopilot stabilization, whereas with this you're doing everything by hand and every little control input can throw off your hover. Yeah, it's the smelting that causes it. Same reason why Norilsk and Karabakh are shitholes. Fucking too high, too low. Oh, we loaded it somehow. And I forgot to set my compass again, although to be fair, it looks like it was pretty close. Same thing in Sudbury, so they built a fuck off huge smokestack to put it up in the air, except they're going to tear that down because there's better ways now. Yeah. It's like, when I was doing my community service certificate, like my course for it, when I was still thinking of going into social work, I did some work experience at a small community centre at Bullaroo, which is on Lake Macquarie. It's by Cockle Creek, by the old Pasminco smelter, and that place was just like fucking just lead everywhere. They've remediated the site and they're starting to build like you know, warehouses and light industry and hardware stores and stuff on it now, but like, it's just, that whole area is pretty shitty. Where was it? Cockle Creek, so that area. There's actually, I can't remember who it was probably Pom, posted a video about this, some U-Butte smelting process, from back in the 50s or 60s. And they actually mentioned by name that, like, that it was when Pasminco was being built, which I found interesting. It sure ain't there anymore. Now the fun part's going to be trying to find my box. Okay, so SRS is working. That's a start. Oh, that might have been you? I knew it was someone. It's usually either you or Pom that posts stuff like that, so... Yeah. There's the old Cockle Creek smelter, at either Cockle Creek or Boolaroo. It was kind of between the two of them. And now there is a Bunnings there. There's a housing estate across the road from where it used to be. A bunch of McMansions going up, and I think they built some like smash repairs places and stuff as well. But I mean, if it wasn't the lead smelter, it would have been something else, because that whole area is shot through with coal mines. And then the Araring power station's just nearby as well. We're slightly outnumbered. It's all fun and games till the lead monster appears. Yep. And of course, when that closed, that was the main source of employment for the entire town, but it was also the main source of... It's like the classic story of the industrial era, is some massive industry comes along, employs the entire town, town thrives, town starts getting really bad health problems 20, 30 years down the line, because who knew smelting lead is bad for you. And then it closes because of the environmental and health effects, but then it takes all the jobs in the town with it, so the entire town just dies off. It's like what happened basically to the entire northern half of the UK, particularly England, during Thatcher's reign. Hello. F5. But yeah, it happens everywhere. Mike Delta, you on comms? Should be. Could just be that my SRS is indeed fucked. Where did I put that bloody crate down? Where's the airbase? That's the first step. Find the airbase, or airport, or whatever you want to call it. Right there, okay, so it should be over this ridge line in front of me. Start slowing down. This is red being stacked again when I join the server. In fact, when this mission came up, I was the only player on blue, so we're getting some Huey practice. Oh, you know why I couldn't raise Mike Delta? This thing's radio gives me the shit sometimes. Mike Delta, you on comms? Maybe he's not today. hole. Not sure what he's got, but hopefully it's a launcher and not a track radar. No, it shouldn't be. The stream title, that is. Oh yeah, no, it's... I was in the Fight for Honor tournament. Well, still am in it. You know what I mean. Let's see what he unloads. I'm on 251. On the right radio, or I should be. Probably should have placed them a bit further up the hill, but I couldn't really... I mean, the first time I couldn't because I smacked into said hill, but... Yeah, so if you guys want to see my 2 fights so far this year for Fight for Honor, they're both uploaded here on my channel. So round 1 was against a Viper, an F-16, and then round 2, which was today... What the fuck is my helicopter doing? That was against a Sabre, which I was not expecting. But it's a good thing for me I was in the Mirage, because if I was in a more modern jet, the Sabre might have actually been a serious threat. For those who missed the memes, apparently someone got through in a BF-109. So a 109 somehow managed to kill a 4th gen jet 2 rounds out of 3 and got through to the next round, which is amazing. I really, really hope he gets through the next round as well. What I might do is when I get the all the pieces out, I might just kind of ferry them to the top of that hill, since I'm already going to be out there. But we'll see. Just so it has a better field of view. I don't want them smacking into the hill, and I don't want the hill occluding the radar. Mike Delta, Rossmum, are you on comms? I was just going to tell him what I was doing. Oh. Empty transmission. I was going to tell him what I was doing with the units. Well, not so far this mission. I don't know if he's actually on SRS. Like this chopper, but it's too slow. It is slow. It's agile, but it's slow. But my biggest problem is just because it doesn't have the stability control, and it doesn't have the inherent stability of more rotor blades that the Mi-8 has, it's quite difficult to fly stably. Like, even if you get it relatively steady, it still does this gyrating shit, which makes it really kind of difficult for me to fly it. And hovering is very hard. Now we gotta find our FARP again, which I think is on the other side of this town. Whoever's keying up your microphone is not working. It's not transmitting anything. Huey hovering is very hard, or the Mi-24. I mean, I would imagine, I could be wrong, but I would imagine the Mi-24 would behave more like a Mi-8 in regards of how the controls are set up and the stability controls and so on. And I don't have a problem with the Mi-8. Like, because it has so many systems in common. Whereas this is very hands-on. Hey Morphus, thanks for the Prime sub. May have gone a little too far, we'll see here in a second. Is it this town the FARP was in? Ah, shit. We captured Minark already. That didn't take long. Yeah, I think I've gone too far. Where's the FARP? It was along the coast. It's on a hill, so it's like over there somewhere, I think. You know what? We'll cheat. Oh no, it's actually north. Pro navigator, by the way. Guys, I've lost my FARP. I've lost it. I can't find it. It's got to be around here somewhere, right? The PC came back with new GPU, but my joystick malfunctioned this time. Oof. Well, hopefully you can get that fixed soon. Hopefully it's something simple, maybe just like a pinched wire or whatever. But that is some bad luck. Oh, bit of a freeze there. Oh, come on, DCS. Don't start with this. I will say DCS has been running a little sketchily so far today. I had a couple of hiccups during the tournament. Little sort of stutters and freezes here and there, so apologies if the game is not running totally smooth. Not that it ever does. Must be over this hill, I reckon. What about driver? Joystick's too old? Some pretty old joysticks still work. As long as you've got like the right adapters to plug them in. DCS stands for Does Crash System? Yeah, it does. Tell me about it. Cytec Cyborg Evo. Haven't heard about that model, so maybe it is pretty old. I'm not sure. The only Cytec sticks I'm familiar with really are the X52, X55, and I think the X56. I had an X52 myself, which I had technical problems with. That was what made me move to Thrustmaster, and then I've had technical problems with Thrustmaster as well, so it's like, okay. Just hopping between manufacturers every time something breaks, I guess. Whoop. Whoop. Let's not stack it into the ground today, please. You can see how quickly you lose your ability to handle the helicopters like this. Like, a couple weeks ago, I could almost fly this competently, and suddenly it's like a monkey again. Just wrestling the stick around and nearly crashing constantly.
South radio check.
Loud and clear. Oh, come on. Try and stabilize my hover. trim. If IKEA 24/7 isn't a big in main, I'm highly disappointed. Oh, he is. He is. FM radio in the Huey is UHF, right? Apparently not.
FM's the right hand radio.
Cheers.
Next to the pilot. You should see 3000, alright.
So it's a frequency in this. Doesn't give a specific frequency to use, so I guess we just leave it on default. And then which radio is that considered on here? 4, I guess. Should be on transmit receive. Yeah. Just don't know which radio is numbered which way, like if that makes sense. With the radio selector switch. I know where they are, I just don't know what the selector switch thinks they are. One's VHF, 2 I know is UHF. Let's go back to transmitting on UHF. $13,000. Might be a Sushka. Or a MiG-19. Do they have a 19? Not at the moment. So it's almost certainly a Su-25T.
Woody, Rossman, are you on comms?
I am indeed.
Roger, you got us MI8, they're in 202, 6.7 miles.
Say again, Barry?
Roger, they're in 204, 6.6 miles.
204, gotcha. here in a minute. Hopefully my co-pilot will give him a hosing. Who's piloting it? I'm not sure. It might be Soman. He was in it before.
Now they're in 235 miles. Is heading 286.
Try and catch him on the other side of this mountain.
Roger. My Sam's going to lose sight of him very shortly. He's going down the south, down on the other side now. He is 233, 5 miles from you. Looks like he's going to head northwest and then head up north once he gets to the sea.
Hey, small koi, going alright?
Okay, he's going off scope now. Radio check.
Loud and clear. See if we can find him. If we can't, then we'll just go and place down this launcher.
Yeah, radio check.
Clear. Pretty good. So I'm through to the third round, which is next weekend. That's the one that Maltar's going to stream. Fought a saber today, which was a bit spicy. None of it's been streamed yet, so the streaming starts next weekend. It's my CPU, 4670K, I think, something like that. No update on that B8, I might just go and place this unit down.
Roger, yeah, I've got eyes on again, it's back on. They're in 249, 4
I see him.
Still heading northwest.
Yep, I see him.
Copy. Just try and make sure he doesn't drop anything.
Probably drop me if his gunners are awake. At least we should be approaching on the side where he doesn't have the fucking cord. Yeah, some people were streaming their fights. I don't.
Got a mark down just in case it goes off radar.
I don't stream my fights.
He was descending, so he might be going in for a landing.
Good God, no.
Roger.
Not. I'll deal with the volume after this. He's behind this hill somewhere. I've lost sight on him, but he's right behind the ridge in front of me. He's probably placing a fucking IR SAM or some bullshit.
If he doesn't appear on that right side soon, be cautious. He might put down some AAA or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I'm gonna go circle to the left of that hill.
visibility is not great. Got no joy on him.
I think he's south of your position. If you can see me, I'll pop a couple of flares now, but I think he's on this, behind this ridge in front of me now.
Canela, you've got a MiG-21 south of you, 10 miles. Woody should be, last known location was north of you.
I see flares.
Have eyes on.
Swear he's a lot closer than that. Alright, I'm coming your way now.
He's in a green field by the coast, just north of me. He's picking up now. He's just put down an EWR.
Rossman, to be aware, MiG-21 inbound. Canela, vector 224, 10 miles, MiG-21. Okay, it's just going feet wet now, Woody, north of you. 011, Rossman. 294, vector 331 for interception.
Gunner's engaging.
Canela, vector 210, 8 miles. Copy. MiG-21 hot, 3,400, speed 570. Altitude? 3,500. Copy, should be out now. 213, 3 miles, 3,000, descending.
Gunner's useless. We'll do it the
Rossman is now at 309. Canela, 248, 2 miles, is flanking west. 1,000. To get in there quicker, Canela, 292 now, it's to your right. 3 o'clock.
Eyes on MiG-21, it just passed directly over me.
Roger, yeah, we've got F5 inbound, somewhere. Canela, vector. 348. Roger, copy.
God, I hope this fucker runs out of ammo soon. Trying to hit me with the cord, I think. Oh shit!
Issue MiG-21 that they're in 255, 3 miles.
We got him.
On your nose, right on target.
I check up.
Helicopter brawling.
Canela, you got a vegan coming in.
It's very difficult.
To help.
Oh wow, the whole gang's here. He went in. We got him.
Take it, it's gone down, Woody.
What a clusterfuck. What an absolute clusterfuck that was. Oh man, I need to work on my helicopter killing skills. We'll get rid of them. I might go with the miniguns on the doors instead of the M60s. The M60s are better for style points, but they're not quite so effective when it comes to killing helicopters. Mind you, the miniguns aren't either, really. They're quite small. We'll worry about that after. I'll definitely have to try and get in on one of the heli brawls that Breedle and the guys run. Because obviously, it's a skill that I am lacking. Yeah, it's been like that for, what, a month, 2 months now, Jeff? So it's new, but it's not like super duper new. And the volume knob on this is like reversed. For reasons that I can only guess at. Mind you, I think that's the master volume. That's probably what the problem is. Yeah. No. What mission is this? This is, shit, what's it called? It's the one that I was playing in the Su-25T last time. So you gotta capture and hold Minark and Hatay. And we own both of them at the moment, I think. Whoever holds both at the end of the mission wins. I probably fucked up my radio volume completely. I need to actually tab out and go into the SRS overlay to change that. Problem is there's no visual, like there's no reference marker on the knob to tell what the volume's set to. And the controls for it are inverted for some stupid reason, like the scroll for it's inverted. I just heard something, so we should be okay. Set it in the middle, that's what I just tried to do. So it should be close enough at least. Server's filling up.
Bossman, do you still need that PCP?
Yes, please. I've got the launcher on board, so it's just that's left. And unfortunately, I forgot that rotor blades are a thing and flew straight into that Mi-8.
Yeah, I watched that.
Helicopter wrestling is very difficult. I need to practice.
At least you got him.
I was kind of hoping that the co-pilot would be a little better with the aim, so I could just focus on flying, but I had to take over control of it because he just wasn't hitting at all.
Ah, they suck. They really, really suck.
Why can't I have my gunners from IL-2 that snipe people's pilots from 20 kilometers away? Oh, team kill. Whoopsies.
Did we manage to get that EWR down?
Unsure. I was killed.
Roger, copy.
I'd assume it's still up though, because there wasn't any blue force over there.
Roger. Captain Mark Lazo, are you on?
I'm on.
Roger, okay, make 21 on your 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I see him.
Roger.
What is the name of this mission? I can't remember. I know it, I just can't remember it. But yeah, it's one of the new ones. Played it, I think, 3 times or so.
Count, to be aware, make SU 25078, 6 miles, hot, altitude, 7,000, descending.
Roger, just travel line up.
Roger. Just a quick question, are you having issues with zooming in on high zoom?
No, not at present, no. I'll let you know.
Captain Mark, MiG-21 on your 6, big left. Okay. I'm just having issues. Having multiple things, but it's just not zooming in. Okay, SU 25074, 2 miles, altitude 4,500. Still descending. 073, 2 miles.
Copy, still got you.
Roger. Just wait for him to stop flaring. Because those flares, you'll lose it. I'm going to get the other Sam on the west side. Okay, it should be 028 now. 280, sorry. 270.
Let's spot the airfield. Once I do that, I can figure out where my hawk is. Oh, do not freeze now, DCS. Seriously.
Did you get him?
No, actually, what is an issue here is it's permanently zoomed in on the, I don't know if that's the same problem you had, it's a very narrow field of view. on those two tanks.
Roger, yeah, just 2 seconds, mate. Just driving. It's too noisy. I'm not. Sorry, say again.
Yeah, you probably saw it, but I think it was a T-55 225 for half a mile from your first tank.
Absolutely.
Roger, yes, down to the south.
So that lead tank on the move now, last seen this guy was 240 at half a mile. T-55.
Roger, yeah,
See airfield.
I've got another tank trying to engage him at the same time. Did you manage to knock that SU-25 out?
Negative, I don't see him either.
Yeah, me neither. Roger.
So that crate will be somewhere.
Roger, Mustang. Apparently on merge. Oh shit, I see him.
Not at all. Just don't get seen. That's it. That's how it is in real war. Just don't get seen. If you do get seen,
Rossman, are you down?
No, I'm still flying. I'm trying to remember where I put the rest of this stuff. I think I'm a little northwest of where the Hawk site's about to be set.
Alright, got ya.
Focus on not trashing.
Good copy on 251.
Because I need this to
Copy. This is a DGAP.
reposition
Do you
stuff.
need any ground striking? Mustang, cycling. We've got an EW1
merged.
now.
We are merged.
Roger, copy. Yeah, we're merged. Got a MiG-21 right on my nose, close. Roger, copy.
Should be past this ridge, I think, like the next hill. Yeah, I mean, if you're in a war and you're doing something fairly, you've done something wrong. You know, the whole point is to be as unfair as possible so you can win. Now, obviously, because this is a game, there's certain points where you have to say, like, oh, you know, such and such weapons should be restricted or something like that, but as far as jets engaging helicopters goes, it's just how war works. It's part of it, is you've got to avoid being seen, and you've got to really try and use things like fighter cover or SAM cover to your advantage. Which is part of the reason I'm putting this Hawk site up right here, so it can cover the airfield, particularly the approach to the airfield from our FARP. Once this is set down, I'm going to reposition more of that site to the top of the hill so it's not blank by terrain.
Got you, I've got visual.
Mustang, are you finished? Yeah. We went in the drink. Roger. Okay, I've got EWR there in 185, 8 miles. Just on the, down by the coastline. I've marked it on the map, you can see. Roger that. Yeah, can you check and see if it's there? If it is, please dispose of. How far is it now? Checking the F10 in a sec. It is 188, 4 miles. Roger, it's 022, 2 miles. Just head up the coast.
It's actually a little further
So
down the hill.
to your 3 o'clock now, you see up the coast. It's in a patch just in between the buildings. Bearing, come right now, 083.
That's all good. I mean, different servers have different playstyles they like to encourage.
Roger, okay, 086, 090 now.
You know, some of them do try and make things a little less difficult or a little, you know,
094,
more balanced one way or another, so
095.
it really depends where you like to play.
Okay, should be in front of you now. Roger, copy, thank you.
Oh hell, I'm out of gun. What the hell?
Roger.
Hang on a sec. Give me one more. Hang on. I have a master arm on. Turning back round for a second pass.
Too low.
Medic, I can't speaking. Request for you, fully booked.
Roger, stand by. Sorry, say call sign again, please.
I can't speaking.
Smoking.
Sorry, I didn't get the call sign.
Vegas. IKEA.
IKEA, Roger, stand by.
Is that a voice changer?
Hey, you are, he's on fire.
Like a voice changer.
Roger, thank you. IKEA, nothing on scope at the moment. I will probably vector south, 174, 20 miles.
144, copy.
Count, did that T-55 get destroyed?
Negative, there's one slipping equidistant between those 2 tanks and another single tank to the southwest. He slipped through to the northwest.
Roger, okay, I'm just going to move, I'm going to move west.
I'll mark his last known position.
I don't think so.
Roger, thank you. Roger, copy.
Come on.
Okay, I'll take a trip down there.
Come on. Too low. I mean, I probably should have reset my trim, to be honest, but ain't nobody got time for
Count those
that.
eyes, MiG-21, low level, east to west, just about 8 miles south of Hatek.
I think I see that. It's coming in from feet west. Very low altitude jet flying southwards.
It's just south of Hatek.
He's just turning north now, yeah?
miles. 8 firm, he's just popped up actually.
I see him. I'm about to lose visual behind the hill though. Damn it.
You might be able to get him, Mike Delta. He's with the linebacker. He's probably going to turn north shortly.
Roger. Sorry, just sorting out my keys. Managed to get the Zoom working.
Oh, good.
Okay, it might come up very shortly. I'm just about to crest the hill.
Catch up with chat in a second,
I'm
guys.
on that bandit 6 heading 030, low altitude. About 5 miles ish. He's turning left in it, so he's going to come south again.
Right, we can set this SAM side up now.
He's heading direct for those 2 Hueys.
If you want to drop that crate, Woody, and unpack it, should set the whole thing up.
I've already dropped it.
There we go.
Good job.
Oh, it's an F5. Shit. Confirmed bandit destroyed, or is he still in the area?
Is MiG-21 passed over the Hueys just about 20 seconds ago.
Rog.
So you posted a video from Folds 1 and Fight for Honor that said it was from this year, but haven't been able to find any other footage from the event this year. Do your first round no. So the first weekend, which was rounds 1 and 2, was not streamed officially. Some people did stream their rounds, some people recorded them like me, but we had like 200 people enter, so it was just not logistically possible for Moltar to do a whole event stream for it. This fucking radio volume is so finicky. So yeah, the actual streamed matches will begin next weekend.
I want to stumble over an IR, Sam.
Ranhata is a couple of linebackers and Vulcans. Now that all cleared.
At 5.
104th Mustang, if you're listening, evade.
Evade what? Sorry, ground or air?
Sam, air missile. 104th Mustang, you've got a MiG-21. He's trying to come in round on your 6 o'clock. It's President Bra. He's 300 per 1, 900 feet. Sorry, Mike, I'll jump on this here while you're sorting that T55. Roger, thanks.
So basically what happens
104th Mustang, MiG-21,
is,
200, 3 miles, 600 feet. Cool.
for the first 2 rounds, so round 1 and 2, they're not being streamed.
You're in the clear. In fact, for an F5 is passing on your left-hand side 3 miles.
Tell you.
So the first and second rounds aren't being streamed officially. From round 3 forwards through to the finals is being streamed next weekend. So next weekend is all the sort of real, it's when it starts getting intense. We start seeing people moving towards the quarterfinals, semifinals, things like that. So that's when it gets streamed. So other than that, there were a few of us that either recorded our fights or streamed our fights, but like for example last year, how they didn't stream the first fight, it's the same thing, just first and second this year, because there were so many people entered.
16,000 feet off.
It just wouldn't have really been possible.
105.
And we've had some issues with scheduling and technical problems as well. So
36 miles, but they're coming
it's actually gone quite smoothly,
towards
surprisingly. Despite being much bigger than last year, it has run quite smoothly.
Cal caught the unfix. Mustang, do you have eyes on that?
So far, we'll see. The guy fought in round 1, I don't think he really was expecting what the Mirage is capable. Like, this is a recurring theme. The first couple rounds, usually I end up pacing people who haven't fought Mirages before, or they just don't really realise what it can do. Second round for this year was a Sabre, so he was kind of screwed anyway. Like against an F-16, the Sabre could do some dirty stuff, but not against a Mirage. But like once I start hitting round 3, round 4, I'm going to run into people that know what they're doing against the Mirage 2000, which is the problem. So I think the next guy I'm fighting is a Seital player. So I don't know how much he's fought Mirages with guns, but he's probably got a better idea of what it can do.
And about 10 miles behind that, another MiG-21.
What are you taking? I'm just rolling with Mirage the whole way through, pretty much.
Captain Lasso,
if I get an opponent who brings the F5, I might switch to the MiG-21. But otherwise I'll just stick with the Mirage, I think. Next year I'm thinking of taking the MiG-29.
Good copy.
Viper isn't good at BFM the way it is now. Well, it depends. Like, some of the guys that have come over from BMS are doing really well in it. Like, I was watching Low Blow fight Burno, and Burno is a murder machine in that thing. A couple of the other guys are too. Like,
flanking the tracking north
they've really kind of figured it out. It's a lot better than it was, for sure.
Target 140 for 7.
Yeah, so this year you can switch. You have to, so you can't switch between actual rounds or between actual fights in a round. So, you know, you can't fly the first fight, then switch planes in the second fight. It's per round. So I committed to flying the Mirage for the round. So I'm locked into the Mirage for that round, but next round I can switch if I want. But I'm not sure how many people are going to be switching that craft. I think a lot of us will probably stick with one airframe throughout.
I have 2 MiG-21 I think on my nose.
Like you say, King, and there's a third one in the mix there as well. You may not see him, but he's in the same area.
Copy that, tally. Engaging.
Kenla, you have 3 MiG-21s. If you go 090 for 15, they're in the general area. I'll give you more advice when you get a bit closer.
Copy.
Captain Lasso, that MiG-21's gone by you. If you come hard left on the north, alternatively I can offer you a K-50 to your east.
What do I prioritize, KA-50 or the MiG-21?
You could take the K-50 stop him. He's 080 for 8 at 1500 feet and he's tracking north.
080, how many miles?
Server populated quickly.
I could copy.
IKEA, 2 MiG-21s and friendly F5, 07043. They're in a tangle at 12,000 feet.
Copy.
Splash 1 MiG.
Where was that?
Good work, good work.
It's on the other side of this,
Kenla,
isn't it?
you've got 2 friendly an F5 at Biggin and a MiG-21 070 for 8 at 7,000 feet in the fur wall.
It's on the other side of this hill.
Repeat, MiG.
You have single MiG-21 Kenla and a Biggin and an F5 in a fur wall, and they are 090 for 6 at 9,000 feet.
Forward, copy.
This is Captain Marclazzo. No Troy on that KA-50. Request assistance.
Captain Anso, take advantage of action 3 miles behind you, MiG-21 coming hot on your 6. If you take a hard left.
Probably place down
be
1 or
very
2
careful.
more
Friendly now,
units and then I'll switch
T75
to the F5 maybe or the Vigan. Probably
Good
the
copy,
F5.
27542.
Do some air to air.
Yeah, he's trying to maneuver around on your 6, Captain Lasso, careful.
Have any A10s?
King and Kenla,
got some big ones.
the bandit, he
Probably
is
leave the ground pounding somebody else when I'm on
at
board.
3,500 feet, single MiG-21.
180, copy.
IKEA, I can offer you MI8, he is 165 for 7, 300 feet, hot, tracking towards you.
16743.
Yeah, it's a voice change. Oh man.
A lot of red in the air at the moment. Doctor and 1/4 Mustang. Just quickly and get to the just east of Hate area, the better.
Roger that. Copy that.
King, single MiG, north of you, 2 miles, 2,500 feet, flanking, he's tracking east.
I have a 1 off my nose. East.
A firm King,
Whoop.
that's a single
Whoop.
MiG-21, he's
Whoop.
10049,
Nearly
5,000
stacked it.
feet, turning hot towards G9.
We just fucking hockey stop that shit right next to the fart pad.
Kenla, MiG-21, he's trailing you and your 6, 3 nautical miles. He's at 2,000.
I gotta get used to trimming this thing more. I might move the trim bind. It's kind of... Using the trim hat for it is kind of
IKEA,
awkward.
you just flown overhead. If you come
Yeah,
hard left.
I found that room, MI.
Oh, Roger, you go. IKEA, just for SA as well, you've got MiG-21 about 2 nautical miles north of that MI8. He's at 500 feet.
Hey Josh.
Okay, headed for the MiG.
Magic Rossmum. How's our EWR coverage around Hatay? Do we need a second one somewhere?
It seems pretty good. I've got good coverage to the east. Just trying to see where you put the EWR and stuff like that.
Watch out, I got dragged over some pretty nice SAMs previously. That one bandit that was heading east, he pulled me over a whole bunch of units.
Yeah, they're not depicted. That's is that Captain Lazo?
Mustang, I was chasing you and Rex me on that bandit and he pulled me right over
All
some
good, man.
SAMs.
All good.
That's right. Yeah, you disappeared. Yeah. I've no indications of those actually, but yeah, I saw you
Yeah,
disappear.
just for others, just to be careful.
Sure.
Magic, this is psyching. Oh, forget it.
Well, he said he's got
Some
good
SAM
coverage,
launches
so I
ahead.
might boost him.
RTS, the rest of the 1 meg.
Roger, psyching. Yeah, you have a MiG-21. He's on your 6, 2 miles at 4,400 feet. Chasing you. He's firing now. You're busy.
Imagine Crossman, I might just put a Vulcan near that hawk site to protect it from low altitude stuff.
Rossmum 1-1. Yeah, that's probably a good idea actually. Yeah. We can probably move 1-2 there actually. IKEA 24/7. If you turn hard right, the MI8 still airborne. He's 0503, 300 feet.
Trim.
Roger.
Psyching this MiG-21. He's still trying to obviously get you. I'm sure you've got eyes on him. It's just in your 5 o'clock position at 1 mile.
Copy, searching.
IKEA is in your 2 o'clock, MI8 IKEA, 2 o'clock, 1.8 miles. He's at 250 feet.
Alpha.
You got him. Cool.
Splash the hero on the ground.
You sort him out, IKEA, and Psyking, friendly SAM missile system, 5 miles, 100 for 5 if you want to drag the MiGs over that. Doctor or Jude 1-1, pair of MiG-21s, 110 for 90. They're 2,500 feet, tracking west.
Copy that.
IKEA, you've got 2 MiG-21s, 070.
Why does the pilot have a light bulb in front? I know, it looks like one, doesn't it?
Well, the first one
Looks
is
a lot
off,
like
you
one.
closing rapidly.
Roger, Alpha.
104th Mustang, 2 MiG-21s, they are 090 for 17. Take that 15 at 1,100 feet hop.
Well, I hope my little
yeah.
hawk site's killing stuff. But somehow I doubt it.
104.
I might have placed it
maybe
too far
better
away, maybe.
view, just for the picture. There's a MiG-19 coming in.
I also don't know if it'll be able to
150,
engage
12,
down into the valley.
500 feet.
But at least
he's
if
tracking
the
directly towards Hattier.
Su-25s go high to
Want me
try
to
and
go to
engage
that or
targets
these
with
two
their vehicles,
Yeah, go
it
for
should
the
be able to
MiG-19,
pick them off.
104th.
At least
so
force them
press
low
the
where they can't see as well.
165 or 10.
We'll see.
At 300 feet hops. He's tracking directly towards the centre of Hatley. Doctor, Jude 1-1, Doctor, you've got 2 MiG-21s, 070 for 11 at 900 feet cold.
RTS, the rest of the 1 meg.
IKEA, you've got a MiG-21 coming in rapidly on your 6 o'clock. He's 2 miles behind you now at 2,000 feet. 104th Mustang, MiG-19, he's flanking 210 for 400 feet flanking. 104th, he's 233 for 2. 104th merge. Jude 1-1, 2 MiG-21s, 075 for 9. 1,800 feet, sort of circling around our ground units now.
Bandit splash. Sam's got him.
Oh, look at all that ammo.
Good going. Jude 1-1, just see a single MiG-21 now, 090 for 7, 4,000 feet hop. 104th Mustang, 2 KA-50s, 090 for 16.
I wonder who that might be.
Jude 1-1, MiG-21, he is 090 for 3, 3,500. The second one's popped up, he's in your 7 o'clock at about 2 miles. Jude 1-1 merged. 104th Mustang, 2K50s 9090
At hopping distance is
Cam,
brutal.
I'm just going to, I'm trying to bait these K50s.
Alright.
Almost within range.
Okay, yep, no problem. Wow.
I see a slow-moving aircraft ahead of me. I don't know if it's a K-50 or a Brockfoot or something.
Who's that? Is that 104th Mustang?
Yeah, sorry,
you got a Q missile.
Okay, 104th Mustang, somebody's going to tackle the K-50s. MiG-21 coming hot to you. 095, 7 nautical miles, 10,000 feet hot, single MiG-21.
I don't see him.
Okay, 104th, he is now 095, 4 nautical miles, 8,000 feet, descending rapidly hot. He's going to go down your right-hand side, 104th Mustang's just passing by you now. I don't know if he's seen you, he's still motoring in the same direction. He's down at 3,000 feet now. His bra is 29043, 2,500 feet. He's turning north.
Probably one of ours.
Splash.
Roger. Going, good going.
Fox 2, Mustang. Fire is flaring, 6 me.
June 11, Doctor, yeah, you take a base of action. Foxing 9, June 11.
Yes, you should get Syria. As for the A10 upgrade,
6 miles.
I don't think there's much point. Like, maybe in the future it'd be nice to have, and it would make sense to buy it while it's cheap,
I've just come out of a G-lock.
but I don't fly it, and I probably won't, so I doubt it.
3402.
Like, it'd just be basically spending money on something I'm probably never going to use, so... If I decide I want to fly the A10 later, then I guess I can spend an extra, what is it, $10 or something like that?
Last moment, Woody. Picture's clear at the moment for your operation.
I kind of miss the old pop transmission sound. Sounds more like what I'm used to anyway from the radios I've used in the Jabber and the Bristol. It's a really clear pop you get.
6 2 miles.
How much do you zoom? How do you zoom between? How do you switch between the zoom? I don't know. For the A10, I've never flown it. 10 for the first month, 20 after. Yeah. So like, if I want to fly it in a year or two, $10 extra is not a big deal.
1,800 feet hop.
But I'm probably not going to fly it anytime soon, so there's not much point spending the money at the moment.
104th MiG-21. He's coming in round in your 6. He's right behind you now. You've probably got him.
I suspect it might be plus and minus, because I think that's what it is on the Sushka, but I'd have to double check.
Yeah, I've got Mustang, I've got 2 on me, I'm in deep trouble.
Yeah, I can see one on the screen, certainly 8, and he's hanging close to your 6. Mustang, suggest you go right, drag them, if you can drag them 5 miles, 6 miles east, there's friendly anti-air.
Might have been an idea to place the Hawk further east in the valley, but I just wanted it to be somewhere it wouldn't immediately get sniped. And also, somewhere it could cover us as we came in from the FARP, so, who knows. I guess we'll see how effective it is in the TAC view later. The other thing is because it's on a hillside, if I put it on the ridgeline here, it might have been better, because like on that ridgeline, it's extremely cluttered together, and I'm a little worried that one good hit with an S-24 will kill the whole site. So what we're going to do is we're going to place a Vulcan down, maybe on the next crest or something. Just so it has some kind of short-range cover for it. Since, you know, the Hawk won't engage something that's very low, right over the top of itself.
Okay, Lazo, I got 3 MiGs bearing 118. 31 miles.
118, 31 miles, copy.
Roger, just be aware there's 3 of them. So one of you.
Do we have any friendlies nearby?
Approximately 30 miles on your 6.
Good copy, orbiting on the place until friendlies come by.
Roger.
Now, I'm pretty sure you can't unpack CTLD shit while you're pinnacled, which is a fucking shame. I really wish you could. I think you got to be actually on
Okay,
the
nearest MiG
ground.
is Lazo, a 116, 19 miles. Hot altitude is 1,000.
Oh, that's cool. I can't even open my menu.
is 112, 25 miles. Altitude is 2,000. Third MiG is 101, 23 miles. Hot at 3,000. Looks like they're all pushing up
I suppose Attack
northwest.
Commander can always move it if it's not in the
Just
perfect
be aware,
position.
Lazo, there's a second set of MiGs approximately 43 miles out, so there's 5 in total. Okay,
Woody's got an Avenger down.
Gold 1-1, continue vector in at 112, 24 miles, friendly F5, merge up for
There we go.
engagement.
Ah, you can while you're
Here,
pinnacled.
Vector
Kind of.
087, 17 miles please. Friendly F5.
Okay, copy.
Merge up. We're going to engage 3 MiG-21s with 2 other MiG-21s 20 miles behind. Lazo, vector
Try not to hit
271,
my own
5
unit.
miles, and then turn around and then recommit. Taco, vector 087, 26 miles please.
We'll head over there and land, and then we'll swap to an F5, I think.
Okay, helos, just be aware, MiGs inbound.
I'm just not really
Lazo,
interested
when
in it,
you
to be honest.
recommit,
Like,
1,
I like it as a
70
plane,
miles.
but not enough to learn to fly it
2
myself,
ship,
and
2
the kind
MiGs,
of combat it engages in, I'm not
3,000
into.
and
Like the whole
500.
delivering precision weapons from an orbit at 20,000 feet or whatever, or 10,000 feet.
098, 22
Boring
miles.
to me. Same reason I don't really like the Su-25T, other than its lack of agility compared to the A. You know, it has its uses,
Okay.
but I don't really enjoy it.
Lazo, vector 102, 14 miles, MiG-21, flanking north at 5,000.
Yeah, it can, but
Continue vector in 088.
I don't know. There's other aircraft I'd rather do that
17
with.
miles. Gold 1-1, vector 094, 26 miles. Lazo.
God, that is a lot of MiG-21s.
8 miles, MiG-21s, 3,000, heading northwest. Okay, vector 069 for interception, Lazo. 5 miles, should be on your nose. 068 now, at 2,000. Just over the sea, heading northwest.
No joy.
Roger, okay, he's north of you now, 026, 1 mile. You're in trail. As soon as you get a tone, he's just gone off scope. Should be on your nose. IKEA.
Okay, go ahead.
Just on my. He's now a vector 130, 3 miles.
Roger, searching.
Okay, Gold 1-1, also vector 037, 11 miles. IKEA, MiG-21, bearing 118, 10 miles.
118,
IKEA MiG now is 107, 9 miles.
Oh, it's going to land on that roof, but it's not
400 feet.
flat.
Lazo, have you got eyes on him?
Negative.
Roger. Vector 145, please. French Taco, vector 044, 8 miles, MiG-21. Lazo, MiG is now 127, 12 miles. Gold 071, 8 miles, flanking, cold, northwest, 5,500. Lazo, same target, 114, 12 miles, flanking, northwest. French Taco, 022, 10 miles, MiG-21, heading northwest. Heading east. He's at French Taco. He is at 2,500.
This is Tats in the Gazelle checking in.
Yeah, pretty much warp. Alright, give me a second to sort my pedals out. And then we'll go kill some MiGs, maybe. Oh. Hey, Pop-Tart. Not going to bother with fuel or with bags because we're pretty close to home, and we hold Hatay at the moment, so I can always just rearm there. It is a bit stuttery today, which is interesting. Like I said, I was getting micro freezes during the tournament as well. I have restarted my PC, so that's the usual culprit, but
Just back
Roger, Mustang, Vector, 089, 3 miles. You got French Taco merged with a MiG-21.
Tally. Okay, I see someone's hit. Is that the bandit going down?
Yeah, looks like the bandit. Okay, French Taco, Mustang, Vector, 102, 10 miles, MiG-21, just falling off scope. Lazo, Gold 11, Vector 206, 3 miles, MiG-21 heading north at 3,000.
yeah, blue comms are very loud today.
Lazo,
very loud.
2 miles, hot. Gold 11, 197. Now heading east. Vector 149. 129 Gold 11. Lazo, Vector 132, 3 miles. Gold 11 of 1 mile. 1.5 miles. 125. Lazo, be aware, Gold 11 is in front of you. Gold 11, MiG-21 at 104, 2 miles. Cold, altitude 4,000. Okay, it's heading east now. You got tally?
I think I do.
Roger, keep going. Keep heading east, 090. 4,000 last days. It's now heading north.
Sorry,
northwest,
I'm fidgeting around a lot. It's,
Vector 063, both of you.
feels like my tracker
left,
is slightly out of
053.
alignment and it's kind of bothering me.
Okay, is 034, Gold 11, 1.5 miles. He's in a left turn. He's now heading northwest. Just north of you now, Vector north, 1 mile. He's at altitude 3,500. He's now heading on to you. You're now merged. You got tally?
Tally.
Roger. Mustang, MiG-21, bearing 097, 12 miles. Cold.
Definitely something
Wrong.
not quite right with how it's being
Flanking
picked up.
south. He is now at 1,000. Vector 129, 10 miles. Interception. MiG is now at 1,000.
Mustang, possible tally on bandit.
Roger. MiG is 129, 7 miles. Cold. Altitude 800. And speed 500. French Taco, if you've got nothing, on your nose, Vector 163, 18 miles please. Mustang is now 111, 7 miles, cold, heading east. Vector interception 0898.
8 miles.
There are a few community-made
Lazo,
F5 cockpit
destruction
retextures.
They hit the ground.
Roger, okay, vector south please. Vector, in fact, I've got a MiG-19 bearing 215, 29 miles, heading north up towards Bob.
Bomb truck.
Huey's, helicopters, be aware, MiG-19, 231, 19 miles. French Taco, 71, MiG-19 bearing 144, 16 miles, heading northwest, northeast. Vector interception.
Yeah, 5's okay, but I'm a MiG-21 kind of guy. Red was stacked when I joined, which is why I'm in this, but I much prefer the MiG-21.
Okay, Mustang MiG-21 bearing 254, 3 miles, hot, altitude 1500. It is now 270, 2 miles. Mustang, you are 1.5 miles on the merge.
I do like how the runway at
You've got another 2 MiGs
is
south of
visibly
you, 7
sloping.
miles. If you don't want,
So
you've
cool.
got French Taco 72 inbound. French Taco 2 MiGs bearing 151, 11 miles. That's French Taco 71. French Taco 71, 077, 12 miles. MiG-19. Lazo bearing 211, 8 miles. MiG-19 still on the coastline heading up to the far. Gold
Copy
1-1.
altitude.
Roger, he is at 1100. He is south of you now. Vector 156 for Lazo. Gold 1-1.
Magic Mustang.
Vector 228, 10
You know what
miles.
it is? I think I've bumped
Mustang
on it.
MiG-21
Tilted the wrong way.
is 103, 2 miles cold. Wrong, sorry, hot. Hot, sorry, my bad. Taco 72, Vector
That feels a little better.
036. MiG-21s, Mustang, clear to re-engage, 123, 3 miles. 115 now for 3.4 miles.
Sorry about the stuttering and the
3
kind of
MiG-21s
lowish
and an
frames,
F5.
guys. I don't know what DCS's problem is today. Just given up on it, to be honest.
Okay, Lazo, yeah, you're in the merge with the F9. French Taco 71.
Yeah, it's like you can tell there's something not quite right, but it's hard to pin down what it is.
Gold
It's probably because I bumped my
Vector
keyboard and it's
246,
pushed the base of the monitor.
9 miles.
It does that quite a bit.
Mustang, Fox 2.
Roger, copy. That's a good hit. Mustang, you've got 2 MiGs on your 6, 2 MiGs on your 6, brake left. Taco 72, brake right. MiGs on your 6. Okay. French Taco 71, 72, you're on your own. Recommended Vector 268 for friendly air cover. Taco 71, if you want to get into friendly help of 72, Vector 110, 23 miles.
Oh, that just froze my game, that was cool.
Taco 71, Vector 106, 23 miles.
Just
Taco
DCS
72,
things.
I'm trying to get friendly call sign to you.
Magic Ross Mum F5 now available for cap coming out of Insilic.
Roger, Rossman. Striker 1-1 should be aware, MI8 bearing at 132, 8 miles. Hot, altitude 500.
I just have to guess with
heading
mine.
north. Wrong, now heading west.
And I've got like, because I've got a carpeted floor in this room, my chair's settled into the carpet. so it's really hard to move my chair position. So if any part of my setup's out of alignment, it's really
MiG-21
awkward.
bearing 1779 9 miles.
It's something I need to do with my pedals actually, is it's kind of pushed the one of the wall spaces in a bit on the right side. I've got to fix that, because they're off kilter slightly at the moment, which is not ideal.
Magic Gold 1-1. Are there any ground units destroyed?
Gold 1-1, say again.
Because this map has really transparent water, and because DCS draw distance is so bad, you can actually see the seafloor right there.
165.
Like, see how the horizon's not level? That's because that's the seafloor, and the actual water, the horizon of the water is like there.
145, 12 miles from
one of the downsides to making the water nice and clear on this map.
T80 now.
What pedals? MFG crosswinds. They're really, really good. I used to have some of the cheap Thrustmaster ones, the TFRPs, and they broke on me like almost immediately, and the sensors were really bad. This wasn't... Well, I mean, the map is Ugra Media, so it's not ED, but the actual render distance problem is ED, so yeah, it's a bit of both, I guess. But yeah, the MFG crosswind pedals are absolutely fantastic. I am very happy with them.
248, 5 miles.
248.
He's now just head 270. He's travelling up the road, vector 264. Missile, Gold 1-1 missile, Sam.
They have set up a cook site somewhere. Sneaky. 150 for 35. That's miles though, so it's not too close. Yeah, I've had the crosswinds for like 6 months now, Jeff. Well, not 6 months, like 3 or 4. Yeah, no, I know that the FPS is low. Like, I don't need to see that to know what it is. Actually, no, it's probably not the FPS. Like, this is the thing. I get decent FPS in DCS, it stutters. And the stuttering isn't the frame rate, it's something else. Like, it'll render at 50 frames a second, but then it freezes for a second, and then it keeps going.
I destroyed that, Sam, now.
Yeah, this is Syria, and it is good. It's got some minor issues, but it's quite good. Much better than Persian Gulf, and better than Caucasus as well. One of the issues you can probably see is that the render distance is terrible. That's a bug as far as I'm aware. Like, I have it set to medium distance, and it still doesn't render more than a couple, like maybe 2 miles, 5 miles, something like that. This is on an SSD. It shouldn't be that. It's just DCS is badly optimized, and I have an older CPU, I think, which doesn't help. But yeah, it's not hard drive because it's not on one.
I've got MI8.
It's not frame rate itself. It's just stutter.
Rossman. MI8 106, 14 miles. IKEA switch targets 101. 13 miles, MiG-21, hot, 11,000.
10614 for Osman.
IKEA 095, 9 miles.
I will say as well, Syria seems to load up my CPU quite a bit, so
IKEA.
It's probably not helping.
IKEA stopping target fix. IKEA.
Ah, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
Almost.
Rossman, MiG-21, 081, 8 miles, hot, at 8,000 descending.
Magic, is this an F5 off my nose?
Rossman, Vigan, and MiG-21 is 068.
Shit.
Some tough going.
Tally 21. Fox 2. Splash.
Count T80
Mine.
131, 2 miles.
131 for 2, kind.
There might be 2 T80s there. There are 2 in different places. Just also be aware there's a MI8 171 5 miles, 6 miles flanking west.
Can't copy, thanks.
IKEA got a MiG-15 bearing at 297, 3 miles cold. Rossman L39 141, 6 miles. 126 now, 6 miles cold, heading northeast, altitude 2000. IKEA MI8 is 297, 3 miles cold, altitude 300. Cathoris MI8 148, 6 miles. Count 135, 1.97.
Okay, Roger. He's just over a hill, so yes.
Roger, okay. I'm going to see if I can get another tank, move it in and try and get it flanking.
Magic, Arrow 2-1, do we have friendly units near Hatay?
Can't get a word in edgeways.
Sorry, unknown call sign, say again please.
Arrow 2-1.
I should probably not track too far this direction.
Stand by. Rossman, L39, 0 at 3 miles, heading north, 5,500. Stand by.
Say again, he's heading 0?
Taco, MiG-21, 141, 10 miles, Mustang, same MiG, 111, 21 miles.
Oh, nothing.
Just east of the airbase.
Magic cross Android.
Gold 1-1. So it was Gold 1-1.
We really need like 3 or 4 people dividing this up. One person trying to control this many aircraft is a clusterfuck. Magic cross 1 IR Sam right under me.
Sam, yeah.
Yep, Strela.
Roger. Okay, marked. Rossman, Vector 344, 8 miles, MiG-21, hot, altitude on the deck, heading south.
Strela destroyed, but there's still a truck there.
Roger. Arrow 2-1,
these starters are killing me.
Bearing at 256, 6 miles, heading west, northwest. Arrow 2-1 is now 270. Cathoris, same target, 250, 5 miles. Rossman on your nose, 350, 4 miles, MiG-21. Flanking left, 500 feet. Mustang, same target, 128, 5 miles. Just be aware, Rossman and IKEA are both.
Oh, do not freeze on a fucking merge, DCS.
Rossman, MiG-21 is cold to you.
Rossman duty.
Wrong.
Mustang, tally MiG.
Roger,
Box
just
two.
be careful.
Yep, he's clear. I'm going to get this MiG.
Fuck.
IKEA, be careful. There's 3 bloody 2 friendlies in there.
He hit the floor.
MiG is down.
Roger. Okay, Cathoris, Arrow 2-1, MIA is up scope. Just be aware,
That's
Rossman,
the vegan.
IKEA and
Arrow
Mustang.
2-1, I have the MIA
Yeah,
site.
visual both.
Roger. MiG-21,
Fox 2.
099, 19 miles, hot, altitude is 2000.
Yes,
MIA to splash.
Oh, I know I have an old system,
Roger,
believe
thank
me.
you, Arrow 2-1.
But, like, this is the problem. DCS runs perfectly one day and then, like,
I've got,
dog shit the next. There's no consistency.
Yeah,
Every other game
That's
runs
all
fine, but
up.
DCS will change its mind from one day to the next, whether it actually works or not. There's no way to predict it, there's nothing.
MiG-21, 140.
So I just kind of have to live with it,
hot.
unfortunately, hence the upgrade goal.
IKEA MiG-21 Vector Interception 090, 10 miles, Mustang. That's 60, 9 miles.
Another Strela.
MiG-21, heading north, altitude 700.
Magic, Rossmum, under
Ross.
me right now, Stroller. Right in the tree line.
Roger, marked.
Out of fucking flares. Also AAA somewhere here. It's a tank, maybe. Oh, this plane is so fucking underpowered, engine-wise. Streller's hit, I think, or is, no, that's something else. There's at least 3 or 4 units in that tree line. I think I've lost my radio. Yes, I have. Balls. Oh, the deck save. You little piece of shit. Cheers, buddies, fight. Choose preload radius and visibility range. Vis range is already turned down. But it's like, it is inconsistent. It's not just Syria, it does this sometimes on Corpses and PG as well. Like, one day it works, the next it doesn't. It's just DCS things. Okay, there was another unit, probably a tank, kicking around here somewhere. Right there, I see you. Don't know what you are, but I do see you. Watch it be a Shilka. Fuck, I think it is. I think it is. Oh god, this is such a bad idea. Yep. Nope. Okay, we're gonna stop pushing our luck here. Whew. Okay. Gonna need fuel now, anyway. Surprisingly not leaking, even though I took some pretty substantial small arms fire to the right wing. I'm not going to be a shitter and use text chat. My radio is broke, so I'm going to get it fixed before I get back on comms. And then I'll tell them that there's just a whole shitload of units right there. That should be the airbase, that direction. Yeah, that was a MiG-21 that slapped into the deck, which is a shame, because I wanted to shoot him. Really? Another fucking Strela? Holy... Ooh! I might not survive this one. I got no flares. Yeah. Does the radar help? Yes. It does have issues with ground clutter at low altitude, but yes, it does help, and anyone who says it's useless or it doesn't work at low altitude doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. It is perfectly functional. You just have to figure out how to pick things out of the clutter.
Chief, connect ground air supply. Copy. Supply ground air supply. Ground air supply is now connected.
Well, that was annoying.
Copy.
Not 9P5s. 9Ps. There we go.
Request rearming. Copy.
It's my... I think it's probably my CPU. That's the issue at the moment. Like, when my track IR freezes, it's usually because my CPU is really loaded. This is part of a Soviet wave mix, I think, but the actual original piece this is based off of is The Death of Heroes by Eduard Artemiev, but I'm not sure which remix this is. The bass tune for this, like the song that it's a remix of,
Okay, Gold 1-1, 2 makes
best
now is
known
1284
for
miles.
being
halt,
in the
altitude
soundtrack for
on the deck.
Siberiad, which was a film back in, I think, the
Gold 1-1,
70s?
you are in the merge. On your nose.
Roger.
Taco 72, vector 085, 9 miles. Gold 1-1, they've just overflown you. Don't look to be interested in you.
No, they fire cannon at me.
Okay, Gold 1-1, I've got a possible ground target, 106, 4 miles. Taco 72. Roger, okay, yeah, the MiGs are getting hawks fired at them. Okay, that's one hit.
Magic Rossmum, where I was down, there's a whole bunch of Strellas throughout the forest there. There's also a large group of Shilkas and tanks near the tree line where I called that previous Strela.
Can you mark it on the map, maybe?
Yeah, I've already marked it on the map, Sam. I'll just put plus extra vehicles or plus tanks or something.
Yep, we're gonna try to engage.
Okay, marked on the map, it's number 183. What are you? Gold 1-1.
How often do you get a neck massage? Never.
Target is bearing 14916 miles. Taco 72, be aware, MiG-21 at 116, 14 miles.
He could have deck saved it, he just got too slow. Like, I don't know who it was, but a lot of the 21 pilots in here are not the best. Like I don't want to sound like a snobbish dickhead, even though that's exactly what I'm going to sound like, but a lot of the guys in here really need to work on their flying, especially at low speed. So, yeah, like, a lot of the MiGs do tend to smack into the ground when really they shouldn't. I'm usually in a 21 myself, so I don't notice that as much.
Did you manage to get that MiG-19?
But I have seen some pretty bad MiG-21s on here, to be honest.
No, did you manage to shoot him down? The one that I put you on?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good, thank you. Lazo,
whereas I am not very good at the F5.
23 miles.
Not very good at this at all. I can fly it, but I tend to dump all my speed, and I can't rebuild it because this has no power, right? You don't have engines, you have afterburning hairdryers in the F5. I'm used to the MiG-21's thrust.
Count tank bearing of 231, 1 mile.
Car Roger.
Magic on 1-1, I'm also armed with Mavericks.
The server's pretty active. It's usually around this time of day, which is it's currently about 6 in the morning for me. This server's usually pretty packed around this time of day. It just doesn't stay like that. There's only a couple of hours it tends to be active, and it's really active during those hours.
French Taco 71.
If we can get this server populated round the clock, it'd be amazing.
MiG-21. Third ball with
this guy who uses rotor as an air-to-air melee weapon. I mean, yeah, I'm a bad helicopter pilot, especially the Huey.
Taco 72, vector 087, 6 miles, please.
But I know my way around the MiG-21.
8 miles.
And some of the 21s in here are in need of training, shall we say.
Taco 71, 257.
Splash 1.
Alright, okay. Taco 71, 72, and Cathoris, stand down. Okay, Gold 1-1, continue on mission, vector, 173, 14 miles.
173, copy.
Okay, count T-80 at 227.85 is trying to run away from you.
227.85, Roger, okay.
So everything you're seeing on the radar right now is ground clutter, but every now and then, even at low altitude, you'll see a return that's outside that clutter, and it's moving. And almost always it's an actual contact, but because a lot of people assume that the F5's radar is useless at low altitude, they won't even try and use it. It's fucking amazing, my guys. Anyone tells you not to use this radar, ignore them. Like, it gives you a really good radar computed gun sight, much better than what the MiG has.
Just be aware,
which also has dogfight modes, by the way, so you don't have to manually lock the target, you can just use the dogfight switch and it'll find it. Really good for acquiring a target that you can't quite see, but you know roughly where he is. You just point the nose that direction, hit the dogfight switch. You get a steering dot, so it will actually steer you onto them for a shot. If you can't visually see them, you can use the radar to cue your eyes.
Can I get a vector to
And also, it does actually work in search, so you can pick people up, especially if they're, like, you know, a couple hundred feet off the deck, a bit away from you, a distance away from you. And then you can use that to track them. It's really not that bad. It's not great, for sure, but it's not that bad. The 21's radar kinda works at low altitude, but this works much better.
To town? I don't understand who you want him to go to.
To the airport, Hatay objective.
Roger, okay. Our airfield is our airfield or the enemy airfield.
Did they take it?
Our friendly airfield is 2784 miles.
We still got it. When he said that, I was like, hold on.
French Taco 7172 and Lazo MiG-21 bearing 247, 3 miles. Hot, altitude 500.
Do we have any A-10s on at the moment? No. We do have a bunch of Vigans and a Gazelle Mike, which is boiler.
Taco
Don't
7172.
have any A-10s
check
at the
your
moment.
to your west. MiG-21.
Dasso Wonders, thanks for
two
the
MiGs
follow.
now. Sorry, 2 tanks. 243.7 a mile.
I was in a Dasso Wonder myself earlier in the Fight for Honor tournament, and I managed to hang with a Sabre at low speed, which is not something I would be doing in an F-16 or anything of the sort. The magic of the triangle. Look, for me to get better performance out of DCS at this point, I literally need a whole new system. My video card is like barely sufficient for reasonable settings. My CPU is old. I have old memory. Like the whole thing needs to be upgraded. Really, I can do little bits here and there maybe, but it's not really economically sensible when I could just save up and buy a whole new system. I don't really care about getting some fancy NASA computer that runs everything at 10 billion frames a second. Like, I can get by on 50 or 60. I'm so used to 50 or 60 frames, as long as it's constant, I don't give a fuck. 144 Hz, don't give a shit, probably never gonna use it. Like, I just need consistent frames. Fuck, it could be 30 frames, as long as it doesn't stutter. Like, 30's still not great, but as long as it's consistent, not a problem. Is a bug following you for at least 3 months? Yeah, I actually had to refollow Architect earlier, because Twitch randomly decides to unfollow people, it seems. I don't know why. But thanks for the refollow anyway.
241, 1 mile.
Yeah, I got eyes on.
The thing is, like I said, it's only DCS. Well, there are other games too, like FSX, for instance, which is horribly unoptimized. 2020, I don't have Windows 10 installed, so I haven't been able to play that yet anyway. But, like, it's only DCS that runs this badly. IL-2 runs fucking beautifully on really good settings.
Right underneath me, is that...
Every other game runs really, really well. It's just DCS. And it's because DCS is horribly unoptimized.
Underneath me, is that hostile?
How do I donate? There should be a link
72,
below,
yeah,
which should go to Streamlabs.
If I'm looking for it.
And I appreciate it very much in advance.
Red smoke for the grind striker.
My dono alerts are set up in a way that I can't see them because I'm bad at streaming. I do hear the notification, but I can't see who did what. But I do appreciate every little bit, guys. It does help.
People have normal names.
One day we'll be able to stream with decent frames. One day. Okay, so Hatay should be up the valley that way, I think. That's something I mean to get around to doing, actually, is tidying up the little info bar thing at the bottom. I just haven't got around to that.
That's kind of
been too busy streaming to actually professionalize my stream. Thank you.
Keep doing what you do. Great stream.
Roger, got one.
Well, I have no intentions of stopping anytime soon, so I guess I will do exactly that. Okay, we got some smoke trails.
Oh,
hello.
Red smoke. Is that ground units? Any targeting?
Yeah, well, we had one.
I think that's one of ours.
East, but he's now destroyed.
Magic Rossman, declare my 12.
Rossman, 12 is 7 miles out. Taco 71 is. However, Rossman, you've got 3 MiGs bearing 094, 11 miles hot. Taco 71, same target, 095, 4 miles hot. 3 MiGs, one's gone north, 1 to the south. Rossman, Vector 101, 7 miles. Taco 71, Vector 131, 2 miles. First target is on the deck. All of them are on the deck.
Tally 1.
Lazo, can you Vector 2121, 11 miles, please?
I'm actually landing for the area.
Roger, copy. Cathoris.
Probably too far, but we'll try it.
9 miles, please. 3 MiGs. Cancel out. 2 MiGs.
Splash 1.
Good. Okay, Taco 71, you got a MiG on your 6. MiG on your 6. Okay, it's Rossman. Friendly down. 2 MiGs on your front, on your nose.
Fox 2.
Roger, looks good track. Well done. Good splash. Okay, just one more MiG to go. Cathoris, Vector 131, 6 miles.
This is not the kind of fight you want to be in with a MiG-21.
Clock 2, declare my 12.
Shit.
Say call sign, please.
The Zoc 2.
Zoc 2, friendly F5, 095.
Something under my nose, I think it might be a ground unit.
112, 9 miles, MiG-21, furball F5.
112,
Jesus, wobbly boy.
Copy.
Roger, Cathoris, MiG-21
extend away.
Now 122, 3 miles, left on target. It looks like he's going to be going right and then trying to go on to Rossman's 6. Okay, Zoc 2,
Magic.
be aware, MiG-21 is now with 2 F5s. Rossman, that's a friendly F5, just come in with you. And Rossman and Cathoris, be aware, Vigan inbound.
Magic Rossman, there's tanks right under this fight. I'm getting hosed by anti-air guns.
Roger, I've marked it.
Fox 1.
It's the worst possible fucking engagement.
Good splash. Okay, good shooting, guys.
Rossman RTB repairs.
Okay, Roger.
He hit something, I don't know what, but the aircraft's a little squirrely, so we'll go give it a bit of a wrench. Oh yeah, fuck, no wonder. Got some holes in the wings.
Count, I got that tank that you'd marked with red smoke.
Mega's pulling so hard, yeah, that's the luxury of having an actual engine. The delta helps as well, like the tail delta really helps with hard turns, but having that thrust is just a lifesaver.
Sorry, say again, please.
Versus the F5, where you get one good turn and then it's just dead. You can't do anything with it. you either have to extend away and hope he doesn't put a missile up your backside, or you just have to live with having no energy, and he'll grind you down, and you'll either have to go and deck save it, or he'll gun you. So I do like the F5. It's a nice little plane, but it's a trainer. It's an advanced trainer with guns. Like, let's be real, guys. This is not a fighter. It's a fucking glorified trainer. The MiG-21 is a fighter. And I will stand by that statement. No matter how much Tricker argues, or any of the other F5 guys, I will stand by that statement. You give me a choice between this and a MiG-21 to deal with any sort of air threat, I'm going to take the MiG every single time.
T8 is now
I'm marginally lost.
Can't, Roger.
I think that's the airfield there, maybe.
I'll try and mark him with smoke if I can't hit him.
Magic, Gold 1-1, I'm coming in with Gazelle. I can try to kill those things.
I'm not complaining about it, I'm just offering my opinion that it is a fine aircraft, but it is not a fighter. If you keep MiG-21 fast, the MiG-21's better slow than the F5 as well. Like, the MiG-21 is really... It's good fast, but people don't understand how good that thing is slow. The MiG-21 at low speed has handling a cut above anything else from its generation. Like, through till, I want to say, like, the late third gens, nothing will hang with a MiG-21 at low speed. Nothing. Maybe a Mirage, but it runs like a Mirage 3. But then it has the issue of the ATAR being really underpowered, so it runs into the same problem as the F5 and the Viggen. The MiG-21 has enough the BIS especially, has enough thrust and enough control authority even at almost stall speed that you can really do some disgusting things with it. It's just such a good aircraft. Such a good aircraft. Like, the MiG-21, yeah, it's really obsolescent at this point, and cramming more and more systems into it is starting to look a bit, you know, it doesn't make a lot of economical sense. But when you realize just how good that airframe actually is, I can understand why people still use it. Like, it's getting long in the tooth, but God, it's a good airframe.
26 miles, hot, altitude 4,000.
Dr. Grips, thanks for the follow.
090, 28 miles, hot,
possibly a refollow as well? I know I've seen you around here. So maybe Twitch is screwing everyone over when it comes to dropping follows.
21 is bearing 121, 24 miles, hot, altitude 4,000.
How's the honour going? Pretty good so far.
21 bearing 065, 15 miles.
It's almost like, so far, I don't want to say it's been too easy, because it's like, I don't want it to sound like the guys I was fighting weren't good, but I've got a guy that hadn't fought a Mirage and didn't understand what it could do, also lost sight of me the first merge, and then I also got a guy in a Sabre who lost sight of me in the first merge. Like, it just seems... things are going too well. I'm expecting to get a match against, like, Sun Ho or somebody, just to balance it out. I'm sure it's going to happen. I'll get, like, a really unpleasant matchup just to counter it. Is it being streamed? Next weekend. So the initial rounds this weekend weren't, but next weekend it will be. What even is a glide slope? Dunno, never seen one in my life.
Okay, group copy.
Zoc 2, 1086 miles.
Do we have a nose ring?
21.
Allegedly we do.
3,700. Sorry, 4,000, sorry. Zoc 2, 0984 miles. On your nose.
Yeah, he was in a Sabre. I mean...
MiG-21, 086
I'm gonna just turn the radio off for a sec. So... one of the things that happened, I don't know which 4th gen it was that the guy was flying, but a 109K killed a 4th gen. So there is a 109 that got through to round 3. It killed a jet. So it happens. These things happen. I reckon the guy in the Sabre, if he hadn't lost sight of me the first round, he might have actually got a kill on me at one point. But also, I reckon if he didn't get matched against me in a Mirage, you know, me being able to do dumb low speed shit in the Mirage, he could have possibly got like a Viper or a 29 or something with that jet. Like, the Saber's dangerous. It's just the Mirage is probably the only 4th gen that's kind of fully immune to its flavor of bullshit. Who was the guy in the 109? It was Ted, one of the guys that hangs out in the Korean server. Like the Korea 52 server. I want to see it. Why not? Because there were like 200 entrants. There's no way they would have been able to stream that many fights. Like it took hours and hours just to get through the first round. There was all sorts of issues. It went smoother than last year, actually, despite having more people. But yeah, like there were issues. So Maltar's saving it until next weekend to do the stream, just so it isn't too much to ask for. Basically, you know, it's. You got to remember that he's one guy trying to do all the streaming side of things, so there's only so much that can be done at once. Plug that in so we don't kill the battery. What is with these freezers? Oh, I already told him to do that. Like that. My engines are shut down. Oh, is it because of the ground air, maybe? There we go. Hopefully they actually repair me this time. Fight with the AI for whoever wins is going to be interesting. Yeah, it will be. It really will be. 51st Deep is something else, yeah. Well, he's got to land hits first. And Mirage's damage model is still broken. I was hoping that would get fixed last patch, but it doesn't look like it's been addressed yet. Might not have made the patch in time. So hopefully next patch the Mirage will suffer some more severe consequences for getting shot to crap. Fight with DCS, AI and DCS or their own sim. I think in X-Plane, X-Plane 11, which I don't have, so if I end up winning, I'm gonna have to like fucking find someone who does have X-Plane 11 and hijack their PC. MiG-21's an interceptor. It's actually not. It's a common myth the MiG-21's an interceptor. The MiG-21 was designed as a frontline fighter in Russian parlance. The closest Western equivalent would be a light tactical fighter. Same thing the F-16 is, a light tactical fighter. It served as an interceptor in certain variants, the 21P series, so 21 PF, PFM, PFV, whatever. Those were interceptors, but the MiG-21 itself was basically from the start, was a day tactical fighter, and then they added a radar to it later to make it into an interceptor as well. The original MiG-21 did not have a search radar, it had a gun ranging radar. It was a daytime fighter. Oh god, I made a terrible mistake. I just tried to tab out and it killed DCS. Let me try and catch up on chat a bit. Syria's worth it big time, absolutely. It's a really good map. Really, really good map. Wish they do a CAC Avon Saber. Oh my god, yeah. That would be interesting. That would be very interesting. Dylan needs to get eliminated soon. Oh god, dude. I really don't want to fight Dylan. I really, really don't want to fight Dylan. List of people I don't want to fight. Dylan, Sung Ho, Burno, you, because I think every single time now we fought, you've towed me most of the time. And who else is in? I think there's like one or two other guys I remember being in the tournament I don't want to fight. But yeah, that's the short list of people I don't want to be anywhere near. don't believe that giant Dorito can turn at low speed. Actually, Delta Wings are fantastic at low speed. That's something Delta Wings are extremely good at, better than a conventional wing in most respects. Because you've got a massive wing area and they generate so much lift. Now, they lose a lot of speed doing it, that's the problem. So, for example, with the Mirage 3, because it had a low thrust-to-weight ratio, it couldn't recover the energy. With the Viggen, it actually has decent thrust to weight, but just because the engine can't deal with it, it compressor stalls, the Viggen can't sustain it. The MiG-21 has a really good thrust to weight ratio and a delta wing. It's a tailed delta as well, so as the center of pressure shifts aft, as it picks up speed, you basically, it adjusts the control authority, kind of. So the MiG-21 in any regime turns really, really well, just because of the way it's laid out. And unlike the F5, it has the power to actually keep the speed up, or regain the speed once it's split it. Like, as I said, the MiG-21, when the Americans evaluated it, when they got their hands on one, they found it was a cut above everything else in its class, including their own aircraft at low speed. You know, at high speed, maybe not so much. The controls became very heavy. There were a lot of other disadvantages, but at low speed, nothing could hang with the MiG-21. Nothing.
He just fired a missile.
Roger.
The ground unit shooting at below dock.
Roger.
Probably also
Okay,
Pixie.
yeah, Mustang, just keep coming right, keep coming right.
I think Pixie's flying the 15 and he's trying to do the Carlos thing
Roger.
just to see if it works. I don't want to deal with
Okay,
that.
stop.
I really don't. Pixie's got quite a good eye for the golden shower. I don't want to be on the receiving end of it.
Hostile disappeared.
Pixie's having a rough run. Yeah, he's fighting Sung-Ho next. Like, if he can pull a win out on that, I'll be really impressed.
Oh, right, yeah, disconnect.
But if anyone can do it, it's probably Pixie, because I know the two of them spar quite often.
Roger, well done, guys. Well done, guys. Taco 7-1, I've got a MiG for you, bearing 129.
It helps I remember to tell them to supply the other engine with air, doesn't it?
2,500. Do you think we're scaring them off? I mean, they are coming in thick and fast now. There's more MiG-21s on the board than I've ever seen.
That's been pretty hectic.
Yeah. Alright, Zoc 2 needs to RTB. Could I get a vector to home base?
Sorry, which call sign?
Zoc 2.
Yeah, Zoc 2, vector 3008 miles. Zoc 2, just be aware you've got a MiG-21 4 miles out. Taco 7-1, can you vector south, please? 4 miles, 21 into
DCS, what the fuck was that?
Zoc 2, just head north, please.
I love when it decides my throttle's in full afterburner when it's not.
1 head 180, 2 miles, MiG-21 at 1500. He's now vector.
Smacked Sung-Ho last night,
Taco
Mirage, he was in a
71,
Hornet.
232,
If I do fight him, I hope he is
miles.
in a Hornet. Like, the thing is, like,
Taco
there are
71,
people I'm afraid of, and there are
270.
people I'm really afraid of in the Mirage. Like, I reckon, even against someone who's really good, if they're in something like a Viper especially, or a Hornet, I'm in with a pretty good chance. If they're in a Mirage, I'm screwed. Like, straight up, I'm screwed.
Friendly Sam. Lazo, have you got anything left in the tank there?
Just a gun?
Roger, okay, I've got
Is passive against the Mirage? That's what Burno was like when we fought last year, but I think that's because he was still trying to figure out what the Mirage's game is, which obviously he has done a lot more now.
Okay, feed. Well done.
But I played that one really passive too, because I was so scared to get close to it. I just sat there on his tail, trailing him by about a half mile.
Roger.
I actually wasted a couple of really good opportunities for shots because I was sitting so far back. I could have actually gone aggressive on him and probably had a chance earlier in the match. I might not have even thrown one round away if I did it. Watch out for the vertical 2-circle. That's what I was expecting him to do last year, because that's what he did to Tawny, that's what I'd seen. Like, I went and watched videos of him. What is with this fucking freezing? I went and watched videos of him in BMS and saw that was what he did. So I was like, okay, well, I know what you're going to do. And it's not what he did at all.
Rossman, MiG-21 is on your nose at 2111 mile.
I'm on the runway.
Roger, yeah. Alright, sorry, I thought you were moving there. Lazo is south of you now, half a mile.
There's a fucking MiG-21 literally right above me.
Roger. Okay, Lazo is 0.8 a mile. I think it's running very light. Okay, Lazo, break.
What did he do?
break,
Just
north,
flew defensive.
north,
Like he was basically
316,
flying
please.
guns defense the whole time.
Good copy.
You got 2 MiGs.
He did eventually manage to
Taco
draw me into a
71,
low level 2 circle, but
ship, 2 MiGs,
and then he
bearing
started one
2806
circling into me when I
miles.
started doing that to him, but like it
heading
he
north,
really dragged it out.
altitude,
He was just,
on
it
the
was
deck.
like he was just trying to figure out what to do, so he's buying himself time by flying away from it.
Rossman, as soon as you've taken off, I want you to vector at 1605 miles.
1605.
2 ship MiGs heading north, interception. Taco 71, 309, 3 miles. 2
King
MiGs
air brake.
heading northwest. On your nose. Okay, Rossman, you're about to merge 1 mile. 1 MiG's gone. One's gone left, one's gone right.
Tally.
In the middle. Taco. Okay, Rossman, just be careful.
Box 2.
Okay, Rossman, Taco 71, there's 3 MiGs now in the mix. Rossman, brake left, hard left.
Yeah, I see him.
Roger. Okay, you've got 1 apiece. Good luck.
I'm extremely
friendly
extremely low energy. I could use a bit of cover here.
Roger. Friendly Sam hit 1 of the MiGs. Okay, Rossman, you're good.
Box 2. Splash.
Okay, Taco. Right, well done, well done. Okay, I think that other MiG is going to go down. Taco 71, I think you're clear now. Other MiG has gone down. Okay. Well done. Good shooting there.
And I need to land for some missiles.
Okay. Lazo,
Jesus
you want
Christ.
to land now? Sure you are.
Yeah, landing.
Roger.
Where have you guys been landing?
Hatay.
Oh, typical. I've been going all the way back to Insuli. I had no idea. Sorry, yeah, I'll do that next time if I survive.
Okay, just be aware, you guys, there's another MiG bearing 214, 23 miles, heading northeast, altitude 1200.
God, it's fucking sketchy as hell. Brakes out, a little bit of cross control to bleed off some of the excess speed. I'm way fast, but whatever. Stay left on the runway.
Check 251.
I'm clear.
Okay guys, I'm needing 1 tank, sorry, 1 aircraft to head east to our eastern airbase. We've got HU-25. Starting to engage our...
I gotta disagree with you.
on the airfield.
If those MiGs were a little more coordinated,
Okay, Taco...
the F5 would not have much hope of doing that.
2288 miles, hot, altitude 500, climbing.
No, he didn't beat me. I knocked him out of the tournament.
Taco 71.
The videos are up on,
5 miles.
I think on my channel here and on YouTube as well.
Still hot. It's heading north now.
And I think Malta put up a highlight of it on the DCS World Events
Taco
channel.
71, a Vector 30.
Because everyone
2
thought
miles.
he was going to win the tournament. You know, for good reason.
Taco 71, be aware, MiG-21 is now on your 6, 3 miles.
Guy joined the clinic a couple days ago who flew F5s and T-38s, also A7s and WB-57F. Oh, nice. It's a good mix of stuff. Simp 1-2. I lost some of the call signs on this, so. $500, 600 knots. It's pretty quick. Pretty quick. Although, was that clean or would that be loaded down for an air-to-ground mission? Because I'd imagine that the drag would slow it down a little.
Okay, Taco 71, MiG-21, bearing 067, 15 miles, heading northwest. Cathoris, MiG-21, bearing 099, 23 miles.
Oh.
Guys,
I got some holes in me.
Come up.
That's fine.
Got, 221s and a MiG-19.
Normally I'd repair, but I ain't got
heading
time.
towards us.
Architect, thanks for the raid, man. Welcome everybody. Hope you had a good stream.
Taco 71.
We're in the middle of a giant clusterfuck at the moment. Come on, please rearm me faster. Oh, I forgot to switch my fuel balance.
Cathoris, MiG-19, MiG-21, bearing 113, 10 miles.
Come on, ground crew.
506.
Come on, ground crew. Where my missiles at?
Taco 71, you can recommit 180, 5 miles. Cathoris, MiG-21, cold 121, 7 miles.
Crispy, thanks for the follow. Where's the fun in not being in a clusterfuck? I know, right?
125, 7 miles.
Magic Captain Maclazzo, airborne ready for tasking.
Roger. Sorry, what was your call sign again?
Oh, it was a bit spicy. Nearly tail struck there.
XCOM, was it?
Captain Maclazzo. Airborne from Hatay.
Roger, yeah, Cathoris, yeah?
Why were those off?
Right.
Thought it felt a bit squirrely.
Repeat last.
Yeah, Cathorius, is that correct?
That's a negative, Captain Maclazzo.
Sorry, yeah, my bad. Okay, Maclazzo, MiG-21, bearing 164, 11 miles cold. Yeah, just head south for the moment. Cathoris, MiG-21, bearing 229, 11 miles. In fact, Cathoris, can you vector for me? 050, 25
Flying
miles.
this low over this area is probably a bit dangerous because there's a lot of ground units around here.
Backside.
Copy 050.
Magic Crossman available for cap.
Roger, Lazo, just be aware you got SAMs being fired at you. Keep flying in the direction. Rossman, MiG-21, bearing 167 miles. Lazaro, Mark Lazaro, sent vector 146, 16 miles, MiG-21, hot, 11,000. Rossman, MiG-21 is now 073, 4 miles. Rossman, be aware, Strellas, yeah, Rossman, just be aware, Strellas are now rearmed. MiG-21 is now, MiG-21 is 0 north, 2.5 miles heading north, altitude 500. Mark Lazaro, Vector 128, 10 miles, MiG-21, altitude 11,000.
Do not see this guy at all.
Catharos, SU-25, bearing 043, 16 miles, altitude 3,000, heading west.
Magic Rossman, still no joy.
Roger, Rossman, Vector 298, 4 miles, MiG-21, cold, on the deck, heading east, wrong west, Vector 270 now, 4 miles. Taco 71, Vector 236, 7 miles. Mark Lazaro,
cannot pick this fucking guy up.
He is now at 2,500. He's
right there.
Vector 296.
Fuck, he's moving. He's in full
2
burner.
miles. He's just north of you now. North of you. He's coming towards you. Hot.
Intriguingly, the radar doesn't see him.
Lazaro. It's at 5,000 now. So come on.
Dale.
Roger. Thank you. Okay, Catharos, SU-25, bearing 045, 6 miles, cold, altitude 5,000.
There we go, now it sees him. Magic Rossman, this guy looks like he's drawing me around a wide circle. He's full burner, I'm struggling to catch him.
Roger, Catharos, Vector 054, 4 miles, SU-25, trying to shoot the SAM, but I have no ammunition on that SAM. Rossman, yeah, he's heading south now, Vector 170, 3 miles, 2 miles, sorry, right into Lazaro, MiG is on your 7 o'clock, 1 mile. Rossman, if you've got no joy in that, you can help Mark.
I got him.
Roger, copy. Lazaro is on your 6. Keep turning.
He might drag that into the hill. Yeah. Oh no, went through the trees. Come on. Splash.
Roger.
Threaded the needle.
Vector 139, 8 miles, please.
139 for 8.
Okay, Rossman, just lost Lazaro. We've got MiG-21 furball with another F5, Taco 71 who's not on comms. Vector 148, 5 miles. MiG-21 is heading southwest at the moment with F5 in trail.
Tally 2.
Roger, looks like he's just friendly, just fired on him. He's hit. Okay, that's target destroyed. Okay, Rossman, Vector back up north, please. Thank you.
Flashes 45.
Roger, thank you, Catharos. You got friendly airfield there. Catharos, if you require landing for Rio. Thank you for the assist. Copy.
Yeah, this is the F5. And the radar is having a bit of a shit fit here and there because of the ground clutter. Like, it's, I mean, it is affected by the ground clutter. It does have issues with it sometimes, but it's not as bad as people say. Like, you can see me locking people and picking up targets in the ground clutter. It's not that difficult. Probably partly because of the way DCS models it, to be fair.
Just be aware there's a MiG-21 bearing 193.25 miles.
Not a perfect system.
Heading west. Rossman, you've got a MiG-21 bearing 096, 30 miles heading west. Just be aware of that. IKEA, same target, 090, 32 miles, MiG-21. Make that 2 ship now, MiG-21s. Make that 3 ship MiG-21s. Heading west.
Spicy.
Closest one is 1700, second one is 1900, third one is 3000. Be aware there's probably more than that. Okay, XCOM, I'd like you to intersection, please, at 034, 13 miles, appreciate MiG-21s, Rossman, 087, 12 miles, 3 shape MiG-21s, IKEA, same, 085, 18 miles, 3 shape MiG-21s.
Right.
Let's go, copies.
Catheros, are you still in the fight? You still want to come down?
I got RTB.
Roger. Okay, yeah, just land on. You're flying over the airfield there, so just land there and rearm. Okay, Rossman, you're the closest. 0734 miles, MiG-21, 3 shape MiG-21s on your nose. XCOM, you're the next one. 0496 miles, 3 shape MiG-21s, hot on you. You've got a friendly F5 who's in the mix now. Rossman, you're now merged. IKEA, vector 0896 miles.
Roger, I found one Nick.
Roger, okay, looks like we just lost Rossman.
Instant blackout.
IKEA?
I love that. Thank you, DCS. You can be holding in like just the faintest of grey and you immediately black out. Be nice if they fix that one day. It's only been like that for how many years now? That should have been an easy kill. Like, I wasn't even sustaining a huge amount of G there. It just... It goes from a bit grey to blacked out immediately. The Mirage does it, this does it, bunch of modules do it.
So we have K-Fit mix again. Okay. Count, but you're way too north. Gold 1-1, we've got a tank bearing a 122, 1 mile. T80. He is now, sorry, is a 126, 1.4 miles. On the other side of the bridge line, other side of that trees.
Supposed to be fixed the last patch, yeah.
That means there's T80
and the patch before that, and the patch before that, and the patch before that as well.
Gold 1-1, copy.
Like, if I pulled really hard, fine, but I didn't. I was sustaining, I wasn't looking at the G meter, but I was sustaining, I guess, probably 8.
Roger, squirrel 5-5.
You know, if it's going to black you out, at least have a gradual onset instead of just grey, 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 done.
Tanks on the move,
It's
south of the airfield.
so annoying.
I copy, heading there to the airfield.
Roger, okay, vector 135, 55 miles. Should be aware as well, squirrel 5-5, there's an MI8 in the mix. Gold 1-1, MBT T55 is bearing at 136.8 of a mile.
Oh, forgot to rearm. Big brain.
And there is a URL heading south at 145 at 1.3 miles. Gold 1-1.
Sorry about the stuttering. Just DCS things. Probably next stream, I will most likely be doing some more IL-2. I got a couple of Half-Life 2 mods I want to play on stream as well, ones that I haven't played for quite a while. So we'll squeeze that in somewhere. Forgot my trim. Set it as we're going. Radar hasn't warmed up yet. Nicely done, Cathorius. Nicely done. There's certainly plenty of them to go around, hey? Absolute pandemonium over at Hatay. What's the difference between F5 and F5E3? I am not the person to ask. I don't know much about the F5 at all. But yeah, this is based on an export version, so the DCS F5, it doesn't have the right electronics fit to be a Swiss F5, but where it has its call sign as J3085, because it starts with J, it's a Swiss F5. But the Swiss F5s had a different comms fits, they had different radio, they had an INS, I think, they had a bunch of other shit. This F5 we have is like a late 70s, early 80s F5, so this is technically a newer aircraft than the MiG-21 we have, in terms of chronological order, if you want to call it that, or upgrades.
Roger, yeah, I'm watching him now. Stand by. Target destroyed.
It's kind of just over the airfield. Any direction for the tanks?
Roger, yeah. Just destroyed a tank vector 1434 miles. Just have a look to your south. Just see if there's anything there. I'm going to vector south. There was a Ural about 1386 miles from you. That's 1382 miles from me.
Huh.
Roger, will do.
But I can't dim it, apparently. That's a shame. Cool, you can test them though. Probably hop off relatively soon. I'm extremely tired and extremely hungry.
Roger, stand by.
And DCS is obviously not in a cooperative mood today
038.
either.
Roger, count Estrella 1332 miles.
Count, Roger.
Server's emptied out a little bit. There's still plenty of people in here. Jesus, Seal's been busy. Holy shit. Hero has as well. Although sometimes the scores hold over from previous sessions. Harrier bug got reported, but they won't do anything without the track file. For the heat-seeking missiles not guiding on it, I have to try and set up a test and see what happens with it. See, I think one of my shots may have been slightly out of parameter, but the other two should have hit, so... Or they should have at least tracked.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
It's
one thing if you see it track and then it goes stupid because it saw a flare or they throttled down, but they didn't track, they just went ballistic right off the rail, so there's something obviously wrong. Might be worth testing other missiles off of other aircraft as well. Rather than just the MiG-21. And yeah, same reason as the F-16, Dan. It's for emergency landings.
Not yet, no.
Roger.
But you wouldn't want to land this on a carrier.
Its
landing gear isn't really sturdy enough for it. And it has quite a high approach speed as well because of the small wings.
20 miles out.
Roger.
Managed to cross one more over Hatay.
Say again.
Rossman available for cap over Hatay.
Roger, Rossman. Just vector over to the airfield. We've got a MiG-21 east of the airfield. Rossman, vector 090 glove miles. Squirrel, continue on to target 143, sorry. Not sure. I've not found one. Rossman, vector 056, 5 miles. Heading north, MiG-21. Altitude 700. Rossman, Sam. Flare. Good miss. Okay, we're trying to engage.
That's the fucking missile! Magic Rossman, totally blind.
Roger. Okay, it's only a 6 now. Heading north. Heading west. 252. Just stand by because we've still got this Sam that's still alive. So stay north. Hawks are firing at it. Got a
It's around Red Smoke area.
Okay, Sam's going to be taken out very shortly. Stand by. Gold 1-1, can you, you've got Sam bearing 061, half a mile. Can you vector that as fast as you can?
Hold on, there is an enemy MiG.
Rossman, you've got a MiG-21 096, 3 miles, hot. Squirrel 55, Sam 118, 5 miles.
Rossman,
try stay north. Rossman, flare.
Yeah, I see it.
Missile.
I see it.
Roger.
Magic 455, declare red smoke.
I put friendly near Red Smoke.
Missile, Rossman.
But there's also enemy SAM nearby.
Sorry, I don't understand you.
Gold 1-1, SA 13, bearing 056, half a mile.
Love that
Either
desync.
take it or just jump out and I'll do it for you.
Rossum, I'm engaging.
Wow.
Kirby gonna go in the straight.
Count, you want me to go for the red smoke?
Oh, I'm
Count,
so
be aware
slow.
the MiG just to use 033.
Roger.
Rossman, another MiG 070, 4 miles. XCOM, MiG
Deck save.
102, 6
Say again,
miles.
Barrett.
102, wrong. 090,
Tally.
4 miles. Rossman on your nose, 054. XCOM, just be aware, on your nose is friendly F5. MiG-21 is now 057.
Box 2.
Second MiG inbound.
Splash.
Roger, that's a good hit. XCOM, Rossman, MiG-21, 129, 4 miles, hot.
Christ, they're close.
300.
That's right.
Lost him.
Count that SAM's been destroyed. Confirm that Gold 1-1.
Do not freeze DCS. Jesus.
Roger. Okay, just be aware there's a enemy truck just to your 153.
Copy.
Okay,
Box 2.
Rossman,
Didn't track.
Roger, it was a miss.
XCOM is engaged.
There's something else here with me.
Yeah, you got a friendly F5 with you, Rossman. Just be careful.
Guns on me.
hit.
He's still flying. He's behind you, F5.
Copy, I'm dragging in.
Drag right, drag right. Okay, I overshot him going over him. He's still on you.
Left.
Just about stacked it into the trees there. I'm super low energy, so if I get bounced by someone else, I'm dead, but I need to get slow so I can get an angle on this MiG.
He's unstable.
He's a MiG-21, it doesn't matter, he's fine. They have much better low speed handling than we do.
Mike, enemy tank.
Fucking stop freezing, please, DCS. Well, I just shot one of his missiles off.
He's still up.
Yeah, I see. He's down.
He's down.
Rossum RTB. Yeah, the combined arms units teleport sometimes. I think it's if a human player leaves control. So if either they're controlling it and you kill it, you'll see it teleport and explode. If they're controlling it and they leave control of it, you'll see it teleport and start moving.
I'm busy. Somebody else get it.
The F5 is easier to control slow, but it's way less capable. The MiG-21's wing rock is something you have to cope with, but you can pull way higher angle of attack, you can sustain better angle of attack, you can sustain the high turn rate, but like the MiG-21 is harder to fly, but so much more capable than the F5, it's not even funny. Again, this is why I prefer the MiG-21. This is a trainer. You could put a monkey in this thing and they could fly it, right? The MiG-21, it takes some finesse. You need to listen to what the aircraft's telling you. But if you do, it's unbelievable how much better it is. Like, it's just so capable. I can basically just sit at less than the stall speed of an F5. Way under his stall speed. Just sit there and bait him and wait for him to get so slow he either has to deck save and then I gun him, or he goes into the trees. Like, that's one of my standard tactics when I'm fighting F5s, is just deliberately get slow, make him get slow, and then watch him crash into the ground. Because he can't recover it. He doesn't have the power to recover it, right? I mean, it is though. It literally is. The T-38 was a trainer, and then they're like, hey, this is a pretty good plane. Let's put some guns on it. That's what it is. It's designed to be simple and easy to fly at the expense of high performance. Is there a new upgrade for the MiG-21? In what sense?
Eastern side.
In terms of the DCS module, they're working on some upgrades for it, mostly visuals and bug fixes. In terms of the actual 21, there's various modernizations that are being used at the moment. Romania has a modernized version, which they're phasing out finally to get some F-16s. The Indians are still using it, I think, but they're phasing it out as well. Both very heavily modernized. The Cubans run the 21 BIS, but theirs are modified to accept R-73s. Which isn't as amazing as it sounds on paper, because without the helmet sight sleeving system, the R-73 is not really that much better than an R-60.
Okay, Gold 11, T8095, 2.2 miles.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Cross controls. It's probably against every single fucking warning in the pilot's manual for this aircraft in real life, but whatever. If I want to fly it like it's a glider, I will. We're still way fast. But that's okay, that's what they invented braking chutes for. Although I may have pulled it too early. Oh yeah, we pulled it too early. We'll just go around.
You hide it in the brush.
Did you get that tank?
Negative.
So here's the thing, right? At low altitude, the F5's radar's a little better. The F5's radar sees a bit further, but I prefer the 21's radar at higher altitude. It's a little more awkward to work with, but I just find it easier to read the symbology, and it has IFF, which is important.
Yeah, it's still pretty.
This has a way better gun sight. Like, this gun sight's amazing. The guns on this...
127.
I prefer the MiG-21's gun, but the way these are mounted is quite nice.
1.3 miles.
Because it's really easy to aim with them. The 21's gun sits quite far along its belly, it's kind of canted slightly downwards, so it's awkward to use. You can still get kills with it, it's just awkward. So in that respect, the F5's better at gunfighting, in terms of it can bring its weapons to bear easier, and it's a more stable gun platform. But the MiG-21 can get into position to use its gun better because it's a much better turning aircraft. It's faster, better climb rate. Like, it's just... Again, like, you're comparing a Mark II capable light tactical fighter / interceptor with this, which is a potent light fighter, but it's not really designed to compete with something like the MiG-21. Not at the end of the day. I'm just going to do some dumb shit here to bleed speed, so we don't have a repeat performance, especially now I've popped my chute. Okay, gear, side slip. I usually don't go around in DCS. I only went around because I could see the end of the runway coming up, and I think my chute ripped because I pulled it too early. If it hadn't been for that, I wouldn't have gone around. I would have just stamped the brakes like I usually do. Come on, settle. There we go. Obviously, I mean, you know, I kind of throw caution to the wind a lot in DCS and just fuck around, but obviously, guys, in real life, if it looks sketchy, don't fucking do it. Just go around. I've had one sketchy landing, and I did go around, and I'm glad I did, because if I hadn't, I probably would have broken the plane. Possibly also broken myself. One thing I will say, the F5 teaches energy management really well because you have such pathetically weak engines. It turns really well, but because it can't regain the speed, it doesn't sustain it. So it's really good at teaching people how to maintain what they have and what they can and can't ask of it. Whereas the MiG-21, you can just fucking send it and it'll recover from it. So, as someone who flies the MiG-21 a lot and who has adapted to that kind of flying style long before I even got DCS from World War II stuff, I am terrible at energy management. I absolutely suck dick at it. But when it comes to burning all my speed for like a ridiculous instantaneous turn, I have no problem with it, because that's what I'm used to doing. So this definitely caters to a different flying style, but overall the MiG-21 is just so much more capable. Better weapon systems, better climb rate, better speed, better acceleration, like just... But the F5's a fun little plane. And like the MiG-21, it's extremely hard to see from a distance. It's tiny. So you can ambush people all day in this thing. The thing is, the MiG-21 doesn't have the god level of ground pounding weapons, Snake Eye. Yeah, the 21 is actually less capable when it comes to ground pounding in most respects, but you do get the S-24, which kind of absolves all sins, because the S-24 is God's rocket. You also don't have a good RWR. You have the SPO-10, but it's not great. This RWR is quite nice. But this RWR, again, is an 80s update. Like, this wouldn't be here in a Vietnam-era F5, believe me. Also, you got A-bomb. Yeah, but it doesn't work very well in DCS, to be honest. DCS does not simulate explosions well, which is a minor annoyance when you're dropping 500-pound bombs. But when you're dropping something like an RN-24 or an RN-28, it really becomes a huge problem. Because a nuclear weapon relies entirely on explosion physics being modeled properly, you know, all the fluid dynamics and everything, which DCS just doesn't even attempt to do. So, like, the problem with the nukes in DCS is the shockwave doesn't travel, like, it's not a thing that travels at a finite speed, it just arrives instantly. It's like an AoE. It is really basically like playing Counter-Strike and throwing grenades at people. It's like hit scan shit, right? So the shockwave arrives instantly, just pulverizes everything. But it's also really easily blocked if the line of sight's obscured by anything, even just like a building or a tree. The damage values are weird because of the way DCS calculates damage. It's just not good. It's not good. And the thing is as well, ED's decided they're totally against nukes being in the game, so there's not much hope of it ever being fixed. Which is a shame, because it's a fun weapon to use, and it would be nice to be able to actually train to do, like, you know, proper low-altitude bomb tosses. That's what a war in Western Europe would have been. You know, things like Su-7s and Su-17s and MiG-21s doing fucking low-altitude bomb tosses with tactical nukes. That's how it was meant to be used. But not allowed in DCS, apparently. But see, even if you fly the correct attack profile in DCS, because that shockwave gets there instantly, it kills you anyway. Like, the whole thing that it's... The entire attack profile is predicated around getting out of the way before the shockwave arrives, and you can't do it in DCS. Doesn't love hit points though, good old RPG stuff. Yeah. I mean, I've heard at least that they're working on the ships so that they have different damage zones instead of just being straight up how many hit points to sink the boat. I hope that happens, I really do. Because something the size of it, like, it's bad enough for a tank or a plane, but something the size of a fucking ship, if the damage model is not done well, it's really noticeable and it's really obnoxious. Magic Ross, my Melbourne. Forgot to turn my radio back on.
Magic's midnight.
Oh well, we're finding our own targets now. I do wonder how well defended their EWRs are. Depends who placed them. Because the vodka boys would have definitely put some defenses around them, but if it was somebody else, they might not have thought to do it. Oh, that was Estrella. Helps to pay attention. Okay. So, yeah, we have two TAC commanders. Two TAC commanders, they're doing ground stuff, I guess. Right, well, let's not do that again. I just saw the 13 nails come up, and I was like, that's Estrella, and then I look, and too late. Way too late. I should have expected that. I actually wonder, because it didn't light up until right at the moment it shot at me, I wonder if that's the AI or if they're manually controlling it. Warp would know, he's done some SAM experimentation in the game. No. Rearm. I think this one's going to be my last flight, guys. I am kind of falling asleep in my chair here. So, short stream today. Try and squeeze some more in through the week, and then probably after the tournament's over, so after next weekend, we'll get back into the normal stuff. I've just had to kind of turn my sleep cycle on its head again for this for the tournament, so I'm pretty dopey at the moment. False start. No. Kinda cool. It's not gonna start. There we go.
X, call me your please. XCOM, MiG-21 coming hot to you, 085 for 4 miles, 500 feet hot.
Copy.
Sleep well,
on your
Josh.
left hand side, XCOM, he's just passed
Actually
by on the left,
successfully
half
used
a
it
mile.
drop Mark 84s on SAMs in DCS since they can't engage zone directly above them. It's hard to get right, but will leave you cackling like a madman as you skim the trees on the way out. Yeah, I need to try some stuff like that actually. Like, if I'm gonna do any sort of ground attack stuff, that's the kind of ground attack stuff I want to do. It sounds fun.
MiG-21 is now bra from you, 260 for 2, 700 feet, coming in hot.
Alright, let's go.
Visual, I think.
He's just past
Whatever,
you now,
we'll take the
XCOM.
hose with us.
Copy. Tally.
Furloughed, so it's nice not having work interrupt my watching. Yeah, that would be nice. I've on multiple occasions considered just like binning my phone. I'm not working at the moment, looking for a new job, but like my last, not my last job, but the job before, I would get calls at the worst fucking moments, guaranteed, and it would be, oh, such and such hasn't come in yet, or oh, I've got to run home to do, like, every single fucking time, and it's just like, whatever. I really regret getting a mobile phone because 99% of what it gets used for is people calling me about bullshit I don't want to deal with at times I don't want to deal with it. And then, like, the 1% is, you know, my family calling or something. Pretty sneaky little fucking thing that the bastards pulled on us. Now that everyone has a mobile phone, they all get treated like they're on-call 24/7 ER staff. Isn't that a nice one? And then if you don't pick up, you get interrogated as to why you didn't pick up. Yeah, me too. I fucking absolutely detest phone calls. I got a few things I need to sort out, you know, personal admin kind of stuff, and I just haven't done it because I have to phone people to make it happen, and I can't be bothered. I really can't be bothered. See, the main reason I keep mine is so that if there's like a family emergency, they can get a hold of me, or like so I can call my family if I feel like talking to them. But unfortunately, it has mostly turned into work shit. It's like, same thing with my email. I really wish, when I was younger, I had actually taken the time to make a separate work email and just use that when I applied to jobs, because now my actual email gets spammed to fuck.
In the woods.
It's...
Yeah, no, I'm tracking him. Thank you.
Carry personal and work phone. Luckily no one rings anymore. It's been so long. Yeah. I should probably do something like that, to be honest. Although I think it might be a bit too little too late at this point for me.
Goal 1 say game is in close air support you.
FM, it's a vegan on station for Mavericks.
Oh yeah, you're in a vegan. At the moment, there's just one enemy tank that's...
tank destroyed.
It's been destroyed.
Okay. 121.
Is that KA-50 still up?
221s, 321s. That's it.
Negative,
321s to deal with.
Splash back. Anything else in the area? Let's go.
Mike Delta 063. Yeah, tally.
I think before I go to bed after the stream, I'm going to do a quick look at the TAC view. I want to see how many things my Hawk killed. I really hope I got some kills with that Hawk. Using a unique mail address for every service, I can track who leaked the mail. That's clever. That's a lot more effort than I'd be willing to go to, but I like that. That's smart.
Is there no CTLD other than the FORB? Can't rearm at hardtop or the other airbases?
Correct.
Copy.
This is to stop people from cheesing down a shitload of defenses from the airbase itself.
Copy.
Catch you later, Mordens.
Go 1-1, enemy tank just in the woods, float over.
The serious stuff I host my email server and everyone
But
that needs
also
my
a
email
friendly
address
tank
gets a
as
unique
well.
one.
Caution.
Tell which one each mail is directed at in my inbox, or someone... So if some fuck sells theirs to a spam list blocked, yeah. Well, the thing is as well, like, the system here, like I had a long bitch session about the whole, basically the whole welfare and unemployment system here. But one of the other things that they force you to do is they have a quota of a certain amount of jobs you have to apply to per month, and if you don't fulfill that, you don't get paid. Like you get, you know, you get a strike against you for not participating, right? So you've got to apply to X amount of jobs. You know, the standard number seems to be about 20 a month. And so you, A, have less time to focus on jobs you actually want. B, have less time to focus on jobs you're actually likely to get. And C, you have to shotgun out all these applications to God knows where, and a lot of the time you'll get a couple of good ones, and then you just got to pad out the numbers to not get fucked. And in the process of padding out the numbers, it turns into a case of how can I get this over with as quickly as possible. You find a bunch that are just like, whatever, some random shit you're not going to get. You know you're not going to get it.
Yeah, go 1-1
but more often than not, they'll just sell out your email to whoever. Like,
yeah, presently in your sort of 3 o'clock position. Forest, enemy T-80 believed to be in there. But caution as well, just to the west, there's a friendly Challenger 2 tank in there as well.
Like, I've kind of reached the point where I used to be, like when I was a kid especially, I used to be really, really concerned about privacy. I'm at the point where I just don't give a fuck anymore. I don't care. I'm so over it. Like, I'm probably on a couple of watch lists anyway, so at this point, who gives a fuck? Whatever. Not really that difficult, although my views on what is difficult may be slightly skewed since I'm a Linux talk with a complexity addiction. Yeah, for me it's mostly an effort thing, like I just don't have the time or energy to do shit like that. I'd love to be able to, but I can't be asked. Unemployment's fucking my brother in California. He's been out of work since April and still hasn't got his unemployment. Yeah. Like, the thing is, the whole welfare system is not geared to actually help people get back into work or help people get out of poverty. It's specifically intended to keep people in poverty, because the more people you have applying for less jobs, so, you know, you've got a flooded, well, I guess more of a drought of a job market where there's no jobs, but there's a shitload of applicants. Everyone's desperate to get the job. They'll take the job for way less pay than they're worth. They'll work shitty hours and shitty conditions without complaining because they can't afford to lose the job. And then the people who can't get the job are just kept perpetually miserable, and they'll take the first thing they get. Like, it's a very intentional system. It's transparently fucking intentional. But they rely on the fact that most people are kept so downtrodden by the system, or, you know, have such poor education because they couldn't afford a good education, that they don't notice this. Or they, you know, if there's a risk that they are starting to notice this, like, oh, I don't know, now, they'll make up a reason to blame someone else and turn them all on each other. Again, coming back to the whole fascism only seems to happen when capitalism's in a time of crisis. Very strange how that always seems to coincide. Smoke and mirrors. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Ross, Mom of Joe Princeton, MiG-21, just coming in on you. He's, I don't think he sees you though, he's 0604. 1,000 feet flank. He's going right to left.
No joy yet.
Okay, Ross, Mom East now, just due north, 1.5 nautical miles. Ross, Mum, if you come hard left on the 270, you'll be in a 6.
Stop freezing, please, DCS.
Ross Mom, he's now Bra 260
Tally.
for 3 miles.
Does he know? I think he might. Yeah, he knows. Why would you fucking one circle back? Box 2. Splash. Turn back across my nose, gave me an easy target, bro. And he stopped flaring too. Like, he flares when I'm not firing at him, and then he doesn't flare when I do fire at him. Mind you, he probably didn't realize I was there until I pulled right in behind him, so he might have panicked. Stream yourself with a half-zip Soviet-era G-suit. yeah, I don't give a fuck. The only thing I care about with that is not TOSing myself because it is so skin-tight, but other than that, I don't give a fuck. Imagine the face of the CIA agent watching Ross's stream. That implies the CIA are actually fucking competent enough to know people that don't like them. Fucking CIA couldn't find their ass with both hands. Most actual state intelligence services couldn't find their ass with both hands. They're fucking hopeless. They're so busy recruiting paranoid schizophrenics and then going on these great big chases of these global terrorist networks, these terrifying specters of global terrorism that don't fucking exist. It's like 3 guys in a cave with some money from an oil baron. Like, bruh. Meanwhile, someone of their own number is passing, like, the most classified documents possible directly to an enemy intelligence officer in broad daylight, and none of them notice, even though the guy's got a history of political extremism. Like, reading through the Cold War history of some of the various intelligence services is just, like, hilarious because they're so incompetent. So unbelievably incompetent. Like the guy who, this guy was basically a Nazi sympathizer during World War II. After World War II, he decided he was a communist.
On your nose, 050 for 1.5 miles. Any ground work. Also, friendly A10 in the air.
Yeah, I see the A10. I got nothing for out of ground. This guy did the classic yo-yo from one to the other. I guess he realized which team won the war and decided he wanted to be on that team.
Cool,
So,
enemy tank.
decided he was a communist all of a sudden. Went to the Soviet embassy in London with an armful of top secret documents. This guy worked for I think it was MI6. Pretty sure it was 6. Handed them... Or, no, he put it in the post box, I think it was, of the embassy. Broad daylight. Broad fucking daylight, right?
But there's a friendly A10 engaging.
The Soviets thought it was a fucking plant.
Shooting?
Like, they were sure there was no way this would be real. Like, they were sure it was a honeypot. So they sent the fucking resident, the KGB resident in London, sent him back to the Brits with these fucking documents and was like, here, we don't want these. We know what you're doing. Because they were so convinced it was a fucking plant, right? And they never caught this guy for it until, what was it he did? He did something else really bad. There was another one that did something similar. He worked in GCHQ, and they only caught him because he was a kitty fiddler. That was what got the police to actually look into him. And then they found, like, this immense system of... So he basically kept index cards on all of the local kids in his area. And that got them looking through all his documents, and then they found microfilm of stuff he'd photographed at work. And GCHQ was, like, real high-order shit, because all of the American and British communications filtered through GCHQ, right? Like, this is... Literally, you can't go any further up the chain, and this guy's just sitting there taking microfilm photos of thousands of documents and passing them to the Soviets, and no one ever suspected a thing. Like, it's just... It's astounding. It is astounding. These are the people that think they're fucking James Bond in real life. Like, bruh, literally, you could not find your ass with both hands. Like, don't even come at me with that fucking secret agent shit. You know? Like, unreal. Because they're so busy formulating these delusional conspiracies, right? They invent this grand enemy, this huge conspiracy, which doesn't exist.
You're just getting shot at.
They see connections where there are none. And they're so busy chasing that, they don't see their hand in front of their face, basically. There's the A-10 again.
A-10 destroyed.
Rossmom, a MiG-19 coming inbound from the southeast is presently 147, 10 nautical miles at 2,500 hot.
I think I've acquired the MiG. Imagine him liking it, donating CIA funds. I mean, like I said, every time I go on Facebook, I get fucking recruitment ads for ASIO.
Rossmom, MiG-19, 150 for 2.
Yeah, tally.
Right.
Something, F5 radar, bad at low alt, something, acquired him from 20 miles. Oh, he just dissolved.
Something just hit him.
Probably the Hawk side.
Yeah, it was a Hawk.
My man just ceased to exist. Holy shit. That's the Vigan. Yeah, exactly. Like, I have a pretty good sense of intuition. I'm usually the first one in a group to notice when something's wrong, and I'm usually, like, if I make a prediction, I'm usually at least partially right, if not completely right. But even I have my moments. Even I see connections that aren't there. You know, like, when you base your entire intelligence organization off of rewarding people who come up with the biggest, grandest conspiracy, it's just dumb. It's just fucking dumb. And then, on top of the base level of incompetence and paranoia of the intelligence services, you then have the public servants and the politicians in particular who interface with them just making up their own shit. So, for instance, ASIO have been saying for years that the biggest threat to this country's democracy is far-right terrorism. You know, like neo-Nazis and shit. Which is fucking empirically true. The government in power right now is like half a step left of Donald Trump. Like, they're not quite as overtly dumb fuck as him, but they're still pretty stupid and pretty far right. The government here took ASIO saying for like 10, 11, 15 years, whatever it is, far-right terrorism is the biggest threat to Australian democracy, and they turned that into Antifa is the biggest threat to Australian democracy.
Or were they like 10, 15 miles outside of the airfields? No, there was about 20 miles, 30 miles south.
Put the Infinity Bolt with the sub, I know, right?
2 hours.
He's fucking got deleted.
Yeah, I haven't played this mission yet. It's pretty cool. Roger, yeah. Well, we already took the eastern air base. I did that.
Surely they don't have any tours.
3 hours ago, so.
Oh, there's a.
Just while I had a bit of spare
There's a
time.
Cook site. I'm tempted to weasel the Cook site.
But yeah, now that we've.
But they can engage really low.
They're starting to move them up.
Thought that was a sneaky SAM site. That would be really dirty if they put one there, because you wouldn't be able to see it until you were past it. Okay, let's not fly into that site. I almost wonder if they do have... Wait, they do, don't they? They have attack commander? No, they did. Okay, they don't anymore. I was going to say, if Seal's still their attack commander, he's probably microing the units and turning their radars off so I don't see them. Yeah, 15 must be a tour. I didn't think they would have tours in this mission. Well, in that case, I'm gonna leave that the fuck alone. I don't want any part of that. I'll happily go weasel a cub, but I will not go anywhere near a tour if I can help it. Whoopsie daisies, there's the launch. That was a tree. Wasn't quick enough on the rudder. Bushfires in Australia are pretty scary, aside from the fact that every second living thing can literally kill you. The wildlife is overplayed. It's not that dangerous. I'm gonna take that as my sign that it's time to stop, because I need some sleep. I'm gonna find someone to... give me a sec. Come on, DCS, please cooperate. There we go. I'm gonna find someone to send you guys along to, so I can go pass out. Thanks for watching, guys. It was an unplanned stream and a very short one by normal standards, but I thought I'd play some after the second round. Now the real question is, am I going to be able to get this to work? So bad I just turned 18 this year and I'm like, damn bro, I got to choose between Trump and Biden. I'm just choosing Tony the Tiger, the Frosted Flakes the mascot. Yeah, look, I don't want to get too far down the US politics rabbit hole because I don't feel like I have that many brain cells to lose. But it really says something that twice in a row the Dems have managed to pick such an enormously bad candidate just because they were so shit scared someone might get into power who wants to reform things. Like, it really tells you what the Dems actually care about. It's not the poor, it's not working people, it's not minorities, it's about their corporate donors. That's all they give a fuck. But with that said, the solution isn't to donkey vote or not vote, because then you end up with Trump still in power. Like, shit's gonna get worse before it gets better, especially if people just decide, oh, I'm not voting because the system's rigged.
38,000 feet hop.
Copy. Do we have SAM launch, 12 o'clock?
Yeah, exactly.
No SAMs. I was told earlier there's SAMs in the area, but they're actually to the north of you now, but yes, it's quite possible.
I can see Charles, but any SAM.
Golden 1, make 19, he's now 130, 4 miles, 39,000 feet hop.
I think I'll send you guys over to low blow.
Not interested, I'm interested in the SAM side.
Magic XCOM request, Bermuda. XCOM, that make 19 is 155, 13 miles, 44,000 feet hop. 44,000.
Almost every party anywhere near power today and near... Yeah, I wonder how that happened. I wonder why that is the case, right? Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I will catch you probably in a couple days. We'll do some IL-2, try and sneak some Half-Life 2 mods in. We might do some more DCS, it depends. Like I said, DCS is really temperamental. Some days it works, some days it doesn't. Today was a kinda doesn't day. In the meantime, wherever you are, stay safe, have a wonderful day, and enjoy Low Blow. See ya.